Hi, I'm Yannick Hanfman.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
This is Sebastian Wolfner.
It's Andrea Whistler.
I am Francisco Cerundolo.
And you're listening to the Game to Love podcast. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Hopefully.
Hey everybody, whoa, wrong layout here. Well, hello everybody. Thank you guys for your patience. There was a little bit of an issue. Wait, that's the wrong one as well. Come on, Cubster. What's going on here? That one? Nope. This one. It's got to be this one. Nope. What is going on? The layouts. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your patience. There we go. My name is Covey in Vancouver, BC. This is a Game to Love tennis podcast. Watchalong. We've got round of 16, the final match to start. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Fritz and Rude. I think it might be over soon. Rude was up 2-1 there. But the winner of this is going to face that the winner of that one in the quarterfinals here in Paris. Holger Rune, who's up 1-0 in their head-to-head. That was a 3-set match that he won against Zverev on clay in Munich, actually. So we got Rune is up 1 set, and we are on serve in the second set. We had some issues after the Djokovic match. Ben and JG, I believe, were recording something, and we couldn't do two things at once. So we had to postpone the beginning of this match. That's the reason why we had that such a long delay, and we didn't start this stream until the second set. So thank you guys all for your patience. There's only about 15 of us in here. Thank you for joining me. Please do hit like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and welcome once again. This is a round of 16 action on the men's side. It's the final match, and you know what? I am going to go check on the score of that other one. Rude did win. So the winner of this match I was incorrect. The winner of this match will face Alex de Minaur, and Novak Djokovic is going to face Casper Ruud after Novak comes back with another ridiculously gutsy 5-set comeback victory, down 2-1 in both of those against Musetti and Cerundolo. So here we go. Well, here we go. We've got Zverev and Rune going moonball for moonball. Zverev makes his way into the net, but a backhand cross-court pass by Holger Rune, and it brings the game to level at deuce. That was actually a break point there for Sasha Zverev. King adjust. What's up? How goes? Real Madrid, bro. I heard they won. There you go. Champions again. King mentality. So remember we were talking about Messi and Ronaldo. So the whole city of Vancouver has completely flipped. No one likes Messi. He was supposed to come with Miami. The Vancouver team in the MLS are called the Vancouver Whitecaps. They like, the only way you could get tickets to the game is if you bought season tickets or, sets of like 4, So basically they're saying Messi's coming, so we're going to increase prices. And the way you get tickets is you have to buy tickets to other games. Well, Messi didn't show up on the last day before. He decided not to show up. Neither did Suarez or Busquets. So basically their 3 like best players did not show up. And so now everyone in Vancouver hates Lionel Messi, hates him to death. He's probably one of the most hated sports people in Vancouver. So anyways, that was kind of funny. There you go, King Adjust, a Ronaldo fan. So you'll be happy to know that Ronaldo is much more preferred in the city of Vancouver from now on. All right, Holger Rune with the advantage, trying to keep it level here. This match, it's been a long one, folks. So far, where are we at exactly? An hour just for the one set, 6-4. Double fault for Rune brings us back to deuce. Let's see. Snail Covey, you just about made it. I was on my way to sleep. I was as close to sleeping as was Cerundolo to winning. There you go. Glad I could awake you from the slumber. And by the way, I don't know if I talked to you, buddy, but I saw Kung Fu Panda Part 4 with my little nephew, and it was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite, actually. Maybe my least favorite of the 4, but it was still pretty good. All right, Rune with the +1 to the backhand of Zverev. Now Rune no man's land. He backs up. Backhand Zverev. Backhand slice Rune all cross court here. Backhand slice Zverev. Another one from Rune. This one's a short one. Now another redrop sort of from Zverev. And oh my goodness, Zverev had a little drop that he got to, pushed it up, and Rune also made his way to the net and had to have quick hands to push that into the open spot. But it looked for a second like he was in trouble, and the Dane finds his way out. His volley lands about 1.5 feet inside. So Rune basically backhand two-hander up the line on a short ball. Zverev catches that, goes back to the court, middle of the court, and Holger Rune comes into the net and cuts it off really quickly with some quick hands. Advantage Holger. All right. 8-minute game here going on. All right. Second serve is good. Backhand slice now from Rune. Zverev backhand, and then a backhand from Rune into the net. Back to deuce once again. So I haven't, I was watching this match a little bit, but then I went to go take my dog for a walk because the guys told me I had about an hour before I could start this one. So I wasn't watching it as closely as I normally do while I'm waiting. But it looks like it's been a very tight match. Obviously, just a 1 break difference so far, with Holger Rune taking the first set 6-4. Almost an hour long. Well, no, it's about 50 minutes, 5-0. But I feel like we're going to be in for a tight one. Now, the prediction that I was going to say before the match was Zverev in 4. Now, I don't know. Rune's already won a set. But if I had started the stream on time, that's what I would have predicted. So I'm gonna go with that, although based on what I'm seeing, I don't know if Zverev can win three in a row right now, based on how tight every point seems to be. But anyways, that's what I was gonna go with, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. But if anyone has predictions, let me know, and I'll even hit the predictions button. And so you tell me your predictions as Rune goes long on the +1 and back to deuce here. Let me know in the comments. Nails, Covey man, you won't let me sleep. I can't avoid having some conversations with you, although it's 2 a.m. here, and that's a compliment, by the way. Well, hey, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're willing to stay up and join me for some more tennis. I know you're a big tennis fan, and you got a good dank of knowledge in that mind of yours, even though you're such a youngster. But yeah, man, stay up as long as you can if you can. If not, no worries. Another advantage for Zverev. It's another breakpoint opportunity now for the German, who has been on quite a tear, actually. He's on the longest winning streak out of any of the men that are playing in this tournament, or that are left in this tournament. And he's also, if he makes it to the quarterfinal, he's a 5-1 in Grand Slam quarterfinals. So not too shabby. And we got Zverev backing up with a forehand up the line. Backhand cross-court moon ball from Rune. Backhand Zverev. Now backhand Rune, all cross-court. Now up the line from Zverev. Rune tries a squash shot. Cannot get it. Goes into the net. And we have our first break in the second set. Goes to Sasha Zverev. All right, so we got, folks, I don't think we have the Rune button here. So I'm going to have to download this. But we do have, we do have Zverev. That's good. Let me see. I'm going to have to do some work. Oh, okay, I found it. Here is the drive. If I can get this Rune button, that would be dope. I think I can do it here. All right, Zverev with the second serve. It's a good one, and it's a return, and Rune comes into the net, and then a backhand cross-court attempt from Zverev, but that's cut off and beautifully backhand volleyed into the open space by Holger Rune, taking the first point on the Zverev serve. So it's love 15. Great first point to start this third game. Rune, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Download. Oh, the return from Rune goes off the net cord. Zverev barely gets to it, punches it over the net, but in the meantime, Rune comes up and goes cross-court backhand and then apologizes because he definitely gained a massive advantage in that specific point from his net cord. His forehand return right off near the middle of the net and just drops a couple feet on Zverev's side. He races in, just pushes it up with his backhand to the backhand of Rune, who is sitting and waiting and pulling the trigger. Love 30. All right, the +1 is a swinging volley as he tries to come serve and volley. And Rune forehand into the net, 15-30. All right, folks, we got the Rune button uploaded. I'm doing things. I'm doing several things at once. This is good for me. I don't know if you know this, but I'm okay technically. All right, here we go. We do have some predictions in as well. We got King, Dave, and Snehal. I'll get you those in 1 second. Another good serve from Zverev up the middle, and the return into the net. Back to level 30 all. So King says Zverev's going to take it in 5, saying he's going to obviously lose the first set and he's going to win the next 2, drop the 4th, and then it's going to be a little bit of an easier one in the 5th. We got Dave hoping Rune goes in straights, 4, 3, and 6. All right, buddy. That's ambitious, I would say, but not impossible. Zverev in 5, so he's going to say he's going to take the 2nd, 4th, and the 5th in a super tie break. Very, very specific from Snehal. Almost the same as my prediction. There you go. There you go. I had Zverev in 4 before the match. I probably would have changed it after, having the luxury of seeing it. But right now, Zverev's he's the one who's been leaning on Rune pretty much since I've started the stream, and he's about to take a 3-love lead here. First serve is good. Return up the middle. Backhand Zverev. Goes long. Pretty routine backhand. He's not going to like that. And he doesn't not making positive remarks towards his box after that one. He was unhappy with that. All right. Dave saying Djokovic is like Michael Myers. You think he's dead and out 100 times, and he still comes back to life. Poor Cerundolo. Yeah, I thought Cerundolo was going to get one set today, but I thought Novak was going to have a little bit of an easier time. I was very surprised. Obviously, he had some issues with his leg. He had to get some medical help. But I don't consider Novak out unless it's match point anymore. I just don't. And gutsy by Cerundolo when the fifth set began, he got broken. He was down 2-love, and you thought, okay, he's going to get Musetti bageled here in the fifth set, but he broke right back to 2-all. But when it was 3-3, when it was 4. It was 4. Yeah, it was 3-3, and then Novak was he had the first serve, so Novak was up 4-3, and I remember thinking I could see this match ending 6-3 because Cerundolo, I think he used all of his magic to get that break back. Speaking of magic, it's a second serve unhandled by Rune. It goes wide, and a big roar from Zverev up a double break, a consolidated break plus a second break, so 3-0 for Zverev. Wait. Snehal saying one of the greatest comebacks ever in history of tennis. 37-year-old bad knee 3 a.m. finish last match 2-1 break miracle even by Novak standards. I don't agree with that. I think there's other. I wouldn't say that. Maybe it's among some of the better ones, but I don't know about greatest comebacks ever in history. I don't know. That seems a little bit too much for me, but everyone, of course, has their own opinions. No one's right or wrong. How can someone underestimate someone who won 3 to 4 Grand Slams and was a finalist in the 4th? Yeah, he was 27 wins and 1 loss in the Grand Slams in each of the last 2 years. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Of course, he lost to Medvedev in the final when he was trying to go for the calendar slam, and then he lost to Alcaraz in a 5-setter at Wimbledon. Those are the only 2 losses he's had in the Grand Slam finals in the last 2 years. He's won 6 out of 8. It's pretty ridiculous, folks. Pretty ridiculous. Okay. Holger Rune takes the first point, 15-love. So he is down a break. So he's going to need to get his act together. Holger, we'll get into the outfits and stuff too in a little bit. Rude will pose a bigger challenge to Djokovic now. Yeah. I actually think I might not like, I'm not saying bet 365, but I'm thinking I might have Novak as the underdog in that one. Based off of, how much he's been on the court, how he doesn't seem to be 100% physically, which of course is no fault of his own. Sometimes if something happens, you just have to deal with it, and sometimes it's tough to overcome. I do think if he was playing better competition in the last 2 of his comebacks, I think he would have had a tougher time. Cerundolo is a type of player who just doesn't have experience in closing out big matches like the one today. So when it went to the 5th set, I was like, match is over for me. It was over when Cerundolo lost the 4th set. That was just, again, that's just my opinion. Musetti as well. Like, he's been in those situations a couple times, specifically against Novak, but he's never ended up faring too well. Obviously, he did beat him once in Monte Carlo, but if Rune has this type of chance against Novak, I would think that Rune would fare better, especially because he did beat him recently as well. But yeah, that's just kind of what I think. But yeah, I agree with you, Dave. He will definitely be a bigger challenge. I think if Fritz beat Rude, then I would have Novak as the clear favorite. Now I'd say it's like 50-50 or maybe Rune. Cubby, why I felt it was one of the greatest was because Novak couldn't literally move in the second and third sets. Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm just saying, when you're saying greatest in the history of the sport, I mean, you have players who are playing with, like, separated shoulders and people who had, ankles that were twisted in the match. There's a lot, people playing with torn, muscles and things like that. So, again, I'm not right, and I don't think you're necessarily wrong. I just don't agree that it's, saying it's one of the greatest in the history of the sport to me is a little much, but it is definitely amazing for someone his age, and the fact that he did play so long. Definitely not taking anything away from him, but, yeah, that's what I think about that. All right, we're at deuce. Every game that I've been watching here since I've started, Rune has had to fight tooth and nail on every one of the service games. So definitely the momentum is in the favor of the German. 6'6" or 6'5", something in there. Wearing kind of German colors. It doesn't have any red, but he's got the black, white, and yellow. Kind of looks like a bumblebee. Of course, he's got the German Adidas, German company. Nice little pickup from Holger Rune, and he just flicks it right to the backhand of Zverev, who lobs it over him easily. Rune didn't even try. And it is advantage Zverev for a 4-love lead in this second set. Looking for a double break. First serve, Rune out. He goes off the net cord and wide. And there we go. Second serve is good. +1, backhand up the line from Rune. Zverev, forehand on the full stretch into the net. Back to deuce here. In case anyone was wondering, or yes, it was my dog's 4th birthday yesterday. She turned 4, my little Gobi Bobi. She's cute as ever. Just got a haircut a couple days before, so she's extra fresh for her birthday. Ooh, good serve out wide, return up the middle, and then the +1 from Rune looked very lazy and almost like he wants this set to be done. That was extremely casual and nonchalant, and he just hit the forehand. He had the whole court, but he just kind of hit it like he didn't care, wide by a couple feet. All right, advantage Zverev once again for the break. Backhand Rune, cross court, up the line from Zverev. Now Rune makes his way in, volley from Rune. Zverev tries to pass him a second time, and this time the volley from the forehand wing of Rune goes into the net. And there you go, another break, Zverev cooking. Sasha Zverev. Covey, how crazy was the Iga match? Okay, so if you guys don't know, Iga, King there has her right there. Let me guess, she won bagel. Yeah, she did. But not only did she win 6-love, 6-love, she did it in 41 minutes, and she only lost 10 points. So she won 12 games, and she lost 10 points. So that means Potapova got less than 1 point per game in the entire match. No game went to deuce. It was just 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Yeah, 24 points and 24 points. I guess you could say, was it 24? 48-10. Where was the final score? Unbelievable. But yeah, there was also another match which Snahill might be talking about, and that was the classic match. Osaka, I watched that one as well. It was unbelievable. Naomi Osaka had a match point. The intensity, the drama, it was absolutely crazy. Iga Swiatek, though, with a Herculean comeback. Just everything seemed to be going against her. Osaka's power, she was just eating up all of Iga's power and bringing it right back to her. It was unbelievable. But yeah, so that match was incredible. Probably the best women's match I've seen since the Iga Saba match in Madrid a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago or whatever, which was also a classic, with each player having match points, several of them actually. All right, Rune looking to get a break here. It's Zverev up 4-love, but he's down 15-40. So Rune maybe trying to make a little bit. What happened to all the pre-tournament chatter about the Open men's field, top 4 seeds, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13th remain? Yeah, well, I mean, that kind of is open now, isn't it? Right? The main ones are Djokovic, Sinner, you could say Medvedev, who lost earlier today as well, and Alcaraz are kind of like the big four contenders. Sorry, not Medvedev. I'd put Zverev in there before Medvedev. And Zverev actually is the 4th seed, which makes sense. So you have Djokovic, Sinner 2, Alcaraz 3, and Zverev 4. So those are the ones. Everything else, I would consider everyone, even the seeds, making it wide open because none of those guys have won before, right? So, in some kind of way. No, sorry, I meant, yeah, there we go. We talked about both, anyways. Yeah, the Osaka Iga match was incredible. I actually, I took my lunch early from work that day because I was watching the score and I was like, oh my God. So I watched the third set. It was crazy. And Holger Rune forces Zverev to lob over him as he makes his way to the net. It's long, and Zverev finally gets broken here for the first time in this set. Rune gets one of the 2 breaks back. Broken. All right, folks, we got 20 likes. Not bad. Let's see if we can up that. So if you feel like giving us a little bit of love and support, we really do appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. So it is Holger Rune. He is on the board, down now 1-4. Again, he was down a double break. Now he's down just the 1. He will need to consolidate. But hey, let's give Rune a little bit of love also, just to double check that his button works. Yeah. He's going to take the old breath away. So there you go. Get the oxygen tank ready, folks. Holger Rune serving, trying to gain a little bit of momentum. Get a couple games in a row if he can. Good +1 up the line. Zverev, he was there in the backhand. Pushed it right back up the line. And it looked like it might be a winner, but it's just long. 15-love for Holger. Holger. Okay, we got a forehand to forehand going. Rune, his cross court goes just long, 15 all. Anyone watching the hockey playoffs? We're down to 2 teams. Started with 16, down to 2, the Stanley Cup Finals. Same with basketball. We got Dallas. In hockey, you got Edmonton versus the Florida Panthers. And then in basketball, we got a crazy matchup as well. Kyrie versus his old team, Dallas Mavericks, against the Boston Celtics. which will have a lot of drama. +1 is a drop shot. Zverev chases it down. Nope, not enough. Cannot lift it over, and it is 30-15, Holger Rune. Lots and lots of drop shots happening at this year's Roland Garros, folks. I don't know if you watched yesterday. Corentin Moutet hit like 30 of them against Jannik Sinner, made the poor guy run over and over and over. A beautiful serve and an even better return, cross court, just dipping over the net as Holger Rune comes in for the serve and volley. Backhand could not handle the volley, pushes it wide and long, 30-all. So after a little bit of a lull, I would call it for Zverev. He's looking a little bit better here. Oh my God, a live watch along on GTL. How is everyone? JD in the Heezy, Jamie Drummer, how goes? As you can tell, I got the S there. He's a subscriber of us here. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm in Vancouver, so right now it's a good time. It's 1:53 p.m. for me, which means it's 9:53 p.m. in Paris. So yeah, it's been tough though. The guys have to work during the day, so it's hard for them to do streams, and then a lot of the streams are middle of the night. Matches start at 2 a.m. my time, so it's really hard for me to do anything that isn't a night match. So hopefully we'll get some more going. And Zverev makes his way up off of a drop and pushes a backhand up the line, and he breaks once again for the third time. And it's now 5-1. He's going to have a chance to serve out the set. We got Dave saying, "Go Edmonton Oilers, bring the cup back to Canadian soil." Dave, I'm one of those where I can't see it. I want McDavid to win, but not until he plays for the Rangers or something when he leaves Edmonton. But I respect your take, and I think a lot of Canadians feel the same way. Let's see. Snehal going off here saying, "It doesn't make sense, but today for Novak and Iga versus Osaka when they were close to losing, I don't know how I turned off the commentary, started chanting, 'Come on, Iga, Novak,' till the end of the match." Oh, okay. So what Snehal is saying, that when he cheers and he turns off the commentary and he starts chanting, his players win. Now, I'm sure that there's some sort of effect. Oh, Holger Rune with a running forehand winner up the line. And that was a beauty and a nice fist pump from him. Even though he's down 1-5, he's happy with that shot. And why wouldn't you be? You had Zverev go cross-court, rip a forehand, and he just, boom, full run. Forehand up just inside the line. Hello. Just keep doing what you're doing, Snehal. If it's working, it's working. What I say is, what they say, the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hello, Minaur, how goes? Saying, "Vamos, Holger, Volger. Screw Fran Throlunda." Didn't like Novak's victory. It happens. Nora, that must have taken quite effort to come up with Throlundalo. What was Zverev's best performance so far, in your opinion? The best I've ever seen him play was the day he hurt his ankle against Nadal. Honestly, it was incredible. He was playing unbelievable tennis. I think they were just about to finish the second set, and it was 3 hours. Like literally, they took 3 hours to play 2 sets. And then I think in the very last point of the second set is when he hurt his ankle. Oh, no. It's a drop shot from Rune. Zverev gets to it, re-drops it. And he did it with such an angle that Rune almost had a chance to do like an around the post, an ATP shot. He just missed getting to it. And it made it to the other side of the umpire's chair. So by the time he got to it, the umpire's chair was in his way. But if he got there like half a foot earlier, he would have had a chance for an ATP winner. And it's an ace up the tee for Zverev to make it 40-15, setting up 2 set points now here for the German. So there you go. Hope that answers your question, Jamie. I'm enjoying New York way too much to actually follow RG. There you go. Enjoy your time. Yeah, I remember you were going to go there. Hopefully you're having a good, safe, fun time over there. Hey, Covey, whom are you rooting? Very open field this time. You know me, I'm just rooting for some really good tennis. Definitely wouldn't mind seeing Alcaraz or Sinner win their first French Open. Novak, of course, is still in the running. I think he's going to be in tough, but until he's done, he's still there. But yeah, I think it would be nice to see one of those two, Alcaraz, Sinner. I think it would be cool to see one of those guys win on clay. I mean, we've just seen the same guys win constantly, right? We finally saw someone different in Roland Garros. We finally saw someone different Australian. We finally saw Alcaraz win the US. It would be nice to see someone different here as well. But it would also be cool to see someone like Novak win it again. Obviously, no one else would have the opportunity to win it twice because no one other than Novak has even won it once. Hope Ruud will finish. Talking about Novak, yeah, I think I think he has the upper hand based on the fatigue and all this stuff. So the set is over, folks. Zverev takes it. I'll come back and answer some more stuff in a second. Holger Rune is going to the bathroom, but let's give some love to Zverev, who takes that second set 6-1. Just in regards to the Zverev Nadal match, where Zverev brutally tore his ankle muscles, tendons or whatnot, and yet Zverev was still losing that match. Yeah, it was a one set. He had like 2 set points or 3 set points in the first set. I remember. I actually went and rewatched it about 6 months ago. Just I was randomly on YouTube and it popped up, and I just was enthralled from the beginning. It was both those players were playing incredible tennis. Like that was final worthy. Like, and it was only in the semis or quarters. Yeah, it's semi. I see, this is Snail. I see Ruud Novak is 50-50 and a big if. If he goes through and faces Zverev, I see Zverev as slight favorite. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that for Novak to make it to the final is going to be very tough. Like he's had some pretty good draws in the last couple of years. This is not one of them. I mean, it's been okay up till now. Even, Musetti and Cerundolo, like, yeah, last year, 2 years ago, those guys would be clearly, you would expect Novak to win in straight sets, but Novak's getting a little bit older. These guys are coming into their age a little bit. So, yeah. I say, yeah, I'm pretty much with you there. Like I said, I would give Ruud a slight advantage just based on fatigue, but it's close to 50-50. And then I would, if it's Zverev, I think Zverev would be the favorite as well. If it was Rune, I think it would be an amazing match, and I don't really know. I think psychologically, Djokovic would have the advantage there. Zverev will be the defending singles gold medalist going into the Olympics. Yep. Yeah, he famously beat Novak from a set and a break down in the semifinal. And then, of course, Pablo Carreño Busta surprising Novak, winning that one, that bronze medal. So Novak looking for his first medal in the singles. Replay the point umpire staring. Yeah, exactly. Everything that's in the way, you gotta replay the point. Novak can have many of his 9 lives left. I think you mean can't there. Daria, why is there no player on ATP like who has forehand style of Rafa? I mean, coaches don't teach that style. Well, I mean, first of all, it's like it's a 1-of-1 forehand, and also there's something unique in that Rafa. Is that he's actually right-handed. But from what I read, his uncle, Tony, noticed, like he used to have a 2-handed forehand and 2-handed backhand when he was a kid. But his uncle noticed that his footwork actually worked better for a left-handed player. So he told Rafa, hey, I want you to switch to being a left-handed player. And so I think there's something in that transition that makes it such a unique thing that is very hard for other people to copy. There you go. Come on, Covey. Novak is definitely making final. Hey, I would not be surprised whatsoever. I'm just saying that he's had some fatigue issues. He's obviously had a little bit of like tweaking, not an injury, but he's had some tweaks. And he's playing guys, like he's 37 now. Like if he was 35 even last year, 2 years ago, I think it would be like he would be a straight guarantee to a final. But with some of these guys, like Minaur has beat him now. Rune has finally beat him now, and so there's just he's still a better player than these guys, but I just don't think it's as easy for him anymore. Rude chokes against the big players. Yeah, but again, I think now that he's beaten them once, it'll help him. Look, if it's going to like a fifth set, I'm never going to bet against Novak, against Rude, against like the only guys that I could see beating Novak in a fifth set still are Sinner, Alcaraz, because they've done it before, right? Like they know what it feels like, and it took them years and years and years to finally get to that point. But these other guys, if they get to a fifth set, I don't think they have a chance. Like a guy like Rude, no. Like a guy like Fritz, I know Fritz is out, but even Zverev, I would like if Zverev faces Novak in the semis and it goes to a fifth, I would have Djokovic winning that. Djokovic is winning the Olympics too. It's the one thing he wants the most. Yeah, I definitely know that he does, and I wish him the best. It would be nice for him to add that to the trophy cabinet. His uncle must be a genius. Well, yeah, I mean they got 22 majors, and he's the king of clay. If you saw Novak today, I think you would be so confident of making finals. I did see Novak today, and I think maybe you're talking to King. From a Nole fan, I think also because this is Roland Garros, I would prefer Nole at Wimby. Yeah, and that's another thing where it goes against him in that this surface is much harder than grass and hard court, right? The points are longer, and then also like the first week it was like mud with all the rain, and now it's been super dry, so it's like it's sliding more. So it's just a little bit. It's just a little more physical. So that's another reason where I don't see him as like the clear favorite to come out of that side. But again, make no mistake, if he comes out of that side, I'm not surprised one bit. Rune, Zverev going back-to-back hand here. And then, Rune tries to go with a drop shot up the line, and he misses it. And it sets up another break point. He had 4 break points in the last game. Did Sasha Zverev. Sorry, he had 4 breaks, I should say, not 4 break points. He won 4 of the 4 break points out of however many he had in that second set. He did get broken once, but ended up taking it 6-1. Looking to get the first break here. First serve wide up the tee. 22 majors and counting. Jamie, I don't think it's going to happen, buddy. I think he is capped. He is done, my friend. But I mean, you never know. But I would bet against it. Backhander from Rune up the line. Forehand Zverev back up the same line, but it goes into the net, and that saves a break point for Holger Rune. Deuce now. Sinner hasn't beaten Novak. Yeah, no, I know. He beat him in 4 in Australian. But you know what I mean? Like he's beaten him in a Grand Slam. Like once you get over that hump, that's what I'm saying. This is how is Olympic draws similar ATP? That I don't know actually. If anyone knows, please let me know. Joker dug even deeper again, says Daylight Sweet. Yeah, no fact, he will do that. Like I said, never ever count that guy out. Zverev with the forehand rally ball long, and there's a showing Holger's sister. Holger, I don't know if you guys have seen Holger Rune, but he has a very beautiful sister. Just a Norwegian blonde. There you go. No, sorry, not Norwegian. That's Holger. That's Casper. Danish is what I meant to say. The Dane. All right, advantage. Not anymore. That's an ace up the tee from Holger Rune, and Zverev's taking a look at the mark, and so is the umpire. Both of them see that it was in, and we are on serve here in set number 3. Who has won the most 5-set matches at all slams combined? Good question. I know Kei Nishikori has played a whole bunch. I don't know if he's played more. I don't know if he's won more. I feel like the big three won't be like on this list or the top of this list just because they usually beat players before they get there. But maybe they've also played so many more matches that maybe I don't know. That's a good one. I'll see if I can look that up. Or if anyone knows, let me know in the comments. You look like Bopana. I actually don't really know Bopana how he looks like too much, but there you go. Cool. I'll take it. Maybe it has to do with the salt and pepper. Probably Novak, maybe Rafa actually. Let's see. Most 5-set wins all time. All right, we got a Zverev at the net, and he does a little volley, drops it halfway into the court, and Rune runs up to it, forehand passes, and it is love 15 on the Zverev serve. Matches. So, Novak just overtook, with the win today, actually, he overtook Roger Federer for most ever match wins in Grand Slams. He just overtook. So he just won his 370. Roger had 369 Grand Slam wins. All right, Rune now with an inside-out forehand, backhand from Zverev into the net. Now it's love 30. So Zverev under some pressure here. I'm looking up some other stats. Grand Slam tournaments, Grand Slam matches, match win streak per Grand Slam, titles per Grand Slam, consecutive. No. Trying to find 5-set match wins. All right, Zverev serve up the tee, but it's just wide, love 30, so it's a big opportunity. Novak, Roger, the only two players to make it to all 4 finals in the same year 3 times. Backhand from Rune goes into the net on the run. So one little bit of relief of the pressure. Now it's 15-30. Oh, no. Hold on. 3 slam wins. Oh, okay. 3 slam wins. Novak's done 3 slam 4 times. Roger's done 3 times. That's incredible. These guys are just nuts. All right. I can't find these 5s. Okay, second serve coming up. Zverev down 15-30. And he heavily misses that second serve. He tries to go up the tee, but he missed it by about 1.5 feet wide. So that sets up double break point here. Okay, here's Zverev. Good first serve. Nice return cross court. Forehand Zverev up the middle. Backhand Rune. Forehand Zverev. Backhand Rune to the forehand Zverev up the line. And it's long. And just some, all the momentum seemed to be on Zverev's side. And all of a sudden, just some real sloppy play. And Holger Rune gets the first break in set number 3. And he is up 2-love. Did not see that one coming, folks. Broken. All right, so Holger Rune looking to take control of the third set here after they split the first 2. Again, kind of out of nowhere. Like Holger seemed to be on his back foot for the last set, pretty much. And Zverev, out of nowhere, kind of just fumbled that service game. Really odd. Well, I guess momentum streak that he was on just ended. We got a backhand to forehand cross court from Zverev, forehand Rune, forehand Zverev up the line. Rune, it's a huge overhead lob. Zverev lets it bounce, and an overhead right back at Rune, blocks it, and this one just goes long. Rune wasn't actually expecting that to come back at him. He almost had given up on the point, and it is love 15. Okay. Oh. I mean, you are already covering the match. Don't need to go crazy. Check statistics. I'm curious though now. I mean, it should be something easy. Like, who has the most 5-set wins all time in tennis? Oh, there you go. Wait, hold on. Djokovic is 40 wins and 11 losses in 5th sets over his career, and Cerundolo 1 win and 3 losses. Okay, Zverev looking to break right back up, love 30 on the Rune serve. Rune with a nice +1. And he goes to the corner, backhand lob attempt from Zverev, doesn't make it over the net. So Ilya Nastasi has apparently had 40. Nastasi had 42 5-set wins all time. There you go. So it goes Nastasi is 1, and it looks like is that right? Yeah, there you go. So it looks like Nastasi has 42, and Novak just got number 40. So there you go, folks. Zverev with a forehand up the middle, forehand Rune with some heat, but brought right back from Zverev, and Rune again goes forehand, this time cross court and wide, and now that sets up a double break point for Zverev. Covey, have you met anyone from GTL in person? I have not. Not yet. Not until I meet you in Snehal when I go to India. We go to Juhu Beach and ride camels and have some mumfli. I love. There's nothing. I don't know if you guys have left India, Daria, but the peanuts in India, they just have the best flavor. And when they roast them on the street, they have like these vendors that roast peanuts kind of like over a fire, and then they make like a cone out of a newspaper, and then they kind of fill it up and give it to you. They're like the best. Oh, Zverev with a beautiful passing shot as Rune comes on the +1, comes into the net, and that was definitely not a good time to do that. Right into the wheelhouse of Zverev, forehand up the line, breaks right back. We're level in the sense that we're level and on serve, but it is 1-2 for Zverev up to serve.
Broke.
So rankings this is from Dave. Thank you very much. Rankings as of June 10th will determine the Olympic field: 64 singles spots, 32 doubles teams, and 16 mixed doubles teams. Oh, yes, will do. You know what, folks? Just give me one quick second. Yeah, that's better. Did not think of that. Thanks, guys. That lined up properly. Let's see. Yep, we're lined up perfectly. Thank you very much, GTL. Also, okay. Doesn't sound. Oh, the mic. So I've been using before. I would just use this to hear, but now I'm also using it as a mic because my mic has been having some issues. So hopefully it's not too much of an issue. I wonder if I could change in the settings, but no worries, guys. And hey, folks, like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, as it says right there in the ticker below. Oh, you can't see me doing that, but that's what I'm trying to say. All right, here we go. Holger, Rune, Zverev battling it out, winner to face Alex de Minaur in the next round. But de Minaur looking pretty good as well. De Minaur is one of those guys I find that he always beats players he's supposed to beat, that he's higher than in the rankings. And then on his day, he can beat several players above him. There are some players that he just, I don't know if he has the full toolkit, but he just has so much grit and effort that you can never really count him out. And I'm really happy to see him getting some of these types of results. Like that's a pretty big win for him to make it into the quarters by beating Daniil Medvedev. So props to him. I don't find any issue. Okay, good. Let me know if there is any issues. It is different than normal, and good on. I think I'm guessing Ben or JG, who is letting us know. That's when you know it's the guys who run the show. They can tell the littlest differences. How many rounds are there in Olympics? That's a good question. I think maybe 6. I don't think it's the same as a Grand Slam field. I think it's probably 64, but let's see. I'll take a look there. We went for an American diner. Oh, okay, there you go. How was it? Did it have a little jukebox on the table? All right, Zverev up 40 love here. So looking after that wobble in the last service game, he looks like he's found his a little bit of balance. Okay, the tennis tournament will feature 6 rounds in the men's and women's singles. So that is going to be 64. So there's going to be 64 players in the singles. In the men's and women's doubles, there's 5 rounds, so that's a draw of 32, and then 4 in the mixed doubles, so 16 teams. Medi was injured. Ah, okay. Again, that was in the middle of the night for me, so I wasn't able to catch that one fully. I turned it on at like 3 in the morning. So that's what I do. I let my dog out sometimes at like 2, 3 in the morning, turn on the TV, and then sometimes I just happen to stay awake. But then most of the time I just go back to sleep. I also have the volume off so that it's not, you know what I mean? I hope it'll be tasty because it has pictures on the menu, and you know what they say about pictures on menus. I don't, but I hope it goes for you. Oh, peanuts and butta. Yeah, butta is my favorite, man. Oh, Holger Rune with a very precarious overhead on the serve and volley. He got it in, but it barely landed inside the corner of the court. It looked very unbalanced. Covey wasn't getting your notifications. Hopefully you're well, and as always, Covey gets it done. Thanks, buddy. Big thumbs up to you as well. And hey, folks, everyone, give us a thumbs up if you feel like it. We do appreciate the support. We got in rally going on. Backhand slice from Rune, and Zverev tries to go inside out forehand from the middle of the court, misses it by about a foot. Rune up 30 love, but that was a missed opportunity there from Zverev. Had not a short ball, but it wasn't a deep ball, and he had time to set up. All right, so learning stuff about the tennis tournament in the Olympics here. 64, so 6 rounds. Good serve up the tee, backhand landing in the alleyway, and it's 40 love. Covey indeed gets it done. The watchdogs, as well as some peanuts and watchalongs, as well as some mumfali and butta. Thumbs up to Snehill. Good first serve, backhand return. And the +1 is a weird kind of half volley from Rune. And then Zverev on the run there misses a forehand opportunity. It actually goes under his racket and goes behind him. Holger holds 3-2, and I think we should give Holger some love. He's been playing pretty well. Where's my Rune button? There it is. Yeah, he will. He will take your breath away. But you know what they say about Novak? They say first he takes your legs, then he takes your soul. So choose whichever way you'd like to be taken. Your breath or your soul or your legs. Either way, it's already 2:30. I'm going to do what I'm sure Ben and JG would be doing. And let's have a little bit of a drink with you guys. Cheers. My cousin went down to Phoenix to visit some family and hang out. And he always brings me some liquor from duty free. So I got some Jim Beam Black Extra Aged. There you go. A little bit of American bourbon. All right, we got an overhead from Zverev, and he puts that up the middle as Holger guesses left. 15-love Zverev. So almost as even as you can be. One set apiece. 2 games for Zverev, 3 for Holger, but we are on serve 1 hour, 55 minutes into this one. You gonna take your breath. See, that's the problem with these buttons, is that I can't get them out of my head. 30 love as Holger Rune mishits a rally ball. I was expecting you would call more matches. Yeah, Daria, so the first match of the day begins at 2 a.m. my time. So usually I'm not up until like the last, like, you know, the second half of the day. And I've had a lot of work in the first week of the tournament. Today I actually, you know, when I do property management, it's always the end and the beginnings of the month are the most busy. And so now it's the 3rd of June. So now, you know, took care of new tenants, you know, you got to get people damage deposit back, and, you know, all the different things that go with people moving in and out of apartments, and all the numbers and logistics. But now that's all done. So hopefully I'll have time to do some more matches, maybe even see actually what's going on tomorrow. I wonder if the Alcaraz match, I might see if Ben and JG need someone to do that one, because I'm sure I know the night matches are really late for them. Although, I mean, it's, yeah. Alcaraz, yeah. So Alcaraz, Sinner, or Tsitsipas play tomorrow. I should be able to do that match, actually. I'll find out and let Ben and JG know, but hopefully you'll see me on that one. But yeah, we'll try and get on to some more here. All right, good serve out wide, good return. Up the middle, Zverev up the line, and Rune on the run, forehand into the net, and it's an easy hold for Zverev. 3 games apiece. Now we are as tied as you could possibly be. 1 set apiece, 3 games apiece. Here we go. Covey was too busy mourning Nuggles match. Yeah, I was. I was heartbroken. The Nugster losing. Holger Rune here. He's had a very interesting year, hasn't he? He's had some decent wins, and then he's had some pretty bad losses. I know he had he had one result where he lost 6-2, 6-love on clay to someone who, I forgot who, it was recent. And I was like, what is this guy doing? He wins a nice point there, as both players ended up at the net, and he had a chance for a pass. So he brought Zverev in with a drop. Zverev barely pushes it up, and Rune was there to cut off that shot, volleyed into the open court. All right, Zverev on the run, tries the defensive chop, but goes just wide off of Holger's +1, and it is now 30-love for the Dane. Oh, that's what it was. It was Jan-Lennard Struff in Madrid in the semifinals. Oh, sorry, not in Madrid, in Munich in the semifinals. That was on 4/20, so April 20th. And it was, I remember being like, wow. And it was a 6-2, 6-love scoreline for Jan-Lennard Struff over Rune. And I was like, man, this guy, I remember thinking this guy is in like the deepest of the deep pits right now. And he's kind of found his way back a little bit, playing some good tennis now, some decent tennis. I mean, he got a little lucky as well because this guy, Josef Kovalik, ooh, it's a really nice forehand cross-court +1 landing off the sideline. Zverev is saying that it looks out. The umpire doesn't seem to want to come out of his chair. Zverev is shrugging his shoulders and he's accepting it. He's saying it's okay. But it was just, did he leave his chair? Oh, it was definitely, they're showing on the Hawkeye. It was 100% in, 100%. The entire ball hit the line. Anyways, 40-15. What was I saying? I was talking about, that Rune got a little bit lucky because in the last round he faced Josef Kovalik rather than Karen Khachanov, who's a beast in Grand Slams. He's made it to the semis, I think, of all of them now, or at least the quarters of all of them. Anyways, he got upset. He was up 2-0 against this guy Josef Kovalik, and he ended up losing it in 5. And it was crazy because I had a 10-game parlay on the men's side. I hit 9 of them. And Kovalik, coming back from 2-0 against Khachanov, killed it for me. So I lost it. I lost $250. Okay. Cubby, so Iga Vondi would be too early for you, I am guessing. Let's see. Let's check the tomorrow. Yeah, that's scheduled at 3:30 a.m. my time. So pretty much the only match that and I'd still have to double check, but the only match I'd be able to do tomorrow is Alcaraz Tsitsipas. Sinner Dimitrov starts at 5 a.m. That's a little too early my time. And then, of course, if I am to get my work done early enough, then I could do the other match. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the options for me tomorrow. All right, Zverev on serve 3-4. Next 10 minutes going to be a really big part. Are going to tell us a lot about this match. Nice defensive lob return, but landed just inside the baseline. And then Zverev pushes it out wide and Rune's forehand into the net. Big up, Covey. Any idea who Djokovic plays next, please? Yes, Daz. He plays Casper Ruud of Norway. They have faced each other actually in the finals here a couple years ago. Novak winning that in straight sets. So yeah, Casper Ruud will have his chance once again to take down one of the big 3 in a Grand Slam, yet to pull off that feat in his career. He's faced Nadal in the finals of Roland Garros. He's faced Djokovic in the finals of Roland Garros, unable to take a set off of either of those legends. Beautiful serve up the tee from Zverev, 30 love, as wasn't an ace. Rune got his racket on it, but that was not going anywhere into the court. Okay, 11:30 now in 30 minutes to midnight in Paris. First serve is wide and long from Zverev. Good second serve, backhand return. Cross court forehand Zverev, forehand Rune, forehand Zverev, again cross court, forehand Rune is a moon ball, forehand Zverev up the middle, backhand Rune, another moon ball, forehand Zverev, and he goes just wide. It's 30-15. The match is kind of tight, but it's not intense. So at the moment right now, neither player is hopping around between points. It almost looked like they're both kind of tired, like they're both hit the wall a little bit. And they're both kind of waiting for a spark of energy to kind of push them through this third set. But neither player is animated or super positive with the body language. Rune with a high lob, and it goes just long, almost forcing Zverev to hit an awkward overhead, but it was just long. Rune, I think he was thinking of asking the umpire, and he did. Now the umpire goes down to confirm. You could tell sometimes the umpires are like, look, man, it's out. I can see it from where I'm standing. Do you still want me to go down? And they're like, yes, I do. And he's like, okay, fine. Like this one was 3.5 inches out, like he could tell from there and everyone could tell, but Rune wanted to see it. I honestly think that just go with Hawkeye. Just show it on the big screen. It's faster than the umpire coming off. Like, seriously. And that's another easy hold for Zverev. 4 games apiece here, folks. He's facing Casper Ruud, the Norway dude, hopefully would become the GOAT's next food. Whoa, there you go. A little bit of rapping, a little bit of rhyming coming from Sneha. Zverev now having a conversation that I can't hear it whatsoever with the umpire. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Zverev is frustrated. Oh, he was waiting for one of his rackets and it didn't show up on time. And so he was about to start the game without it and he was frustrated. But the ball girl comes running. Someone handed the ball girl the racket in a bag and she grabbed it from the stands and handed it to him. He opened it right there. And now he's using the new racket. So he was just frustrated that the racket didn't show up on time, but now it has shown up right before the game has started. 4-all. Here we go. Good first serve. Return up the middle. Forehand up the line from the middle of the court, and it's a winner from Rune, 15 love. So when you get to this part, and by the way, folks, I think it's safe to say we are in this part. And if you don't know what part I'm talking about this part right here. There you go. Business end, folks. We are in it. I feel like they should move his racket. So the racket that he did not want to use and he put to the side, he actually just put on the back wall instead of back by his bench. So it's kind of weird. It's right in front of the speed clock. Oh, it's a forehand from Rune. Goes off the net cord and in. And during the business end button, he also made it 30 love. So now it's 40 love after this point. And triple game point for Holger. So now both players have settled into this set. And they're having some little bit easier service games than they were at the beginning of the set. First serve just wide from Holger Rune. I bleed Bolger. Ashley, hello, everyone, says Ashley with the smiley face. Well, hello to you, Ashley. Thank you for joining us. Really, really appreciate your joining the comment section. Nice backhand. Oh, beautiful return right at the feet of Rune, but Rune ready for it and whips a forehand cross court, and it's a hold to love. That's right. We get to hit the game to love button.
It's a game to love.
The crazy thing is, why do they show Hawkeye to us like we aren't playing? Exactly. That's what bothers me. It's like, okay, two things. One, you're getting the umpire to come down every time, which I don't mind that, but I have yet to see Hawkeye be incorrect. So if the umpire goes down to check on a mark, I've never seen they'll be like, oh, it was in or it was out, and it will be different than Hawkeye. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Hawkeye seems to be making the exact same rulings as the human every time. So why don't we just use that as the default? This way, the umpire doesn't have to come off from the chair. It's faster. And because the other thing that's weird is every once in a while, the umpire will look at the wrong spot. And when they look at the wrong spot and they make a call that is wrong, Hawkeye shows us. So people on TV in wherever you're watching from were like, oh my God, that was in. Why don't they give it the right call? We are seeing that it was in. But then the umpire will call it out. And you're like, come on, man. Like, just make it one system. Agree on its accuracy. If you say Hawkeye is what it is, then just everyone agree. But it's so weird that okay, this one's in, but Hawkeye said it's out, and was it the right spot? It's like, come on, Hawkeye knows all this stuff. Anyways, that's enough of me. You guys all know I'm all for getting the right call in the quickest amount of time, and I just think that tennis is so funny with how they do things. Like with a not up ball, the umpire, if they're wrong, they just have to make their call and stick with it instead of saying it takes 3 to 4 seconds to pull up a replay. Let's just see if it was a not up, like those are the types of things where you're just like, use technology, right? Like when it doesn't take long. Anyways, enough ranting. It is 30-love. Zverev looking to keep this set going. If he cannot, he'll be down 2-1. But right now he's up 30-love and he's 2 points away from making this go beyond 6 games for the victor. For serve, it's an ace up the tee, 40-love. When does the grass season start, Covey? Please. It starts right after this tournament. Right after this, you get into the grass swing because Wimbledon starts in a month. So, hello, Bill. How are you? It's been a minute, my friend. Exactly, Covey. Well said. There you go. Thank you. I'm glad my rants aren't. I'm sure some of you are probably like, who is this guy with his annoying rants? Another game to love hold for Holger. Sorry, for Sasha Zverev there. Let's give him his love.
It's a game to love.
Jamie with a question. Curious, return on grass, you think? I mean, I heard like 3 months ago from him that he's like, I'm a month away. Like he was on a podcast with Theo Vaughn, who's this funny comedian from Louisiana. You might have heard of him. Anyways, he had a podcast with him and he was like, I'm a month away. This was like 3 months ago. And he was very, very confident. So I have no idea anymore, honestly. I would love to see him play in the grass season. If you ask me to guess, I mean, it would be a complete shot in the dark. I'm going to go ahead and say yes, but I have no basis for that guess. That's not you ranting, Covey. That's just my magic. I can make people do whatever I want to. Okay, Ashley. Hello, Bill. Well, you didn't make Novak win it in 4 sets today, Snehal. Well, I guess he couldn't have because he was down 2-1 after 3. So, joke's on me there. No, that's good. That's good. Hey, you're helping your guys win. Next time, I want you to help the Vancouver Canucks win a little bit more. That would be very, very happy for me. But I did get to go. I went to one game and they won, and it was crazy atmosphere. So got a little lucky there. Got a forehand to forehand battle. Oh, Zverev goes into the net, and then he starts yelling at himself. 15 all. He just hit a rally ball into the net. If he won that point, he would have put some real big pressure there on Rune, but he kind of squandered that. 15 all now. Ashley asking, electronic line calling is mandatory next year, right? Ooh, drop shot from Rune, redropped from Zverev, and then Rune rips it right at Zverev, but his hand was there, his racket was ready, and he volleys it into the open court. And Holger Rune wasn't expecting that. Zverev with a fist pump. And a little bit of a chance here. Doors open a little bit. Some questions being asked by Zverev, and Rune has yet to answer a couple of them. Actually, to answer your question, I believe that is the case in the majors, but I'm not 100%. I'm going to see if I can look that up. If anyone else knows, please look it up. It's always difficult for me to look stuff up because I'm trying to call the match at the same time. Although I probably should learn to do that a little bit better. But here we go. We're into the rally. We got a forehand, backhand Zverev, cross court, drop shot from Rune, and it's wide. And that sets up double break point. Holger Rune looking down at the ground and then kind of talking to his box, unhappy with something, but there's nothing that he should be unhappy with other than himself. Nothing was controversial there. And drop shot. Zverev chases it down, pushes it up the line, but Rune with the overhead volleys it into the open space carefully. Okay. This is from April 15th, 2024. Some of which will implement. Introduction of electronic line calling at the event in Monte Carlo, which is being mandated by the ATP for use across the tour next year. Okay, so yeah, there you go. And a beautiful serve, short ball +1, inside out forehand from the middle of the court, saving 2 break points. And the Holger portion of the crowd erupts. It's 40 all as he saves 2 big break points. Yep. There you go. So there you go. We're going to have a mandatory line calling on clay next year as well. And the return from Zverev long by about 2 inches. And it's advantage Rune. So after being down 15-40, 3 straight points for Holger, and he's looking to put this game away and to guarantee himself at least a tiebreak, if not winning it before that. Okay. Another big serve from Rune up the tee, and the return from Zverev goes long. A really gutsy set of 4 points there after being down 15-40. Nicely done, Holger. Okay, isn't this Kyrgios thing getting extended? Like, it feels like a million years since Kyrgios. You know, it's really crazy because it's starting to feel like Rafa and Roger. Like, Roger was like, okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to play in Basel and I'm going to play in da-da-da and come back for Wimbledon. It's like no and no and no. Same thing with Rafa, right? You know, Aussie Open, nope. You know, oh, I'm going to come in on this. Nope, can't make it to Miami, can't make it to Indian Wells. Like, he went to those places, but couldn't play. He played Barcelona, couldn't play Madrid, couldn't play Rome. It's just, I feel like it's the same thing. I think Kyrgios played one grass court match last year in one of the tune-up tournaments. Only one match, and I don't know if he retired from the match or just played it, lost, and that was it. But other than that, he hasn't played before that since the Australian Open. So I don't know. I heard Theo Vaughn and came running. Hey, Ghosty, what's up, my man? Hello, Ghosty, says Ashley. Hey, Covey and tennis nerds. No more line judges for Novak to hit, says Jamie. Fun fact, Theo Vaughn's real name is Theodore Capitani von Kornatowski III. I actually knew that. I mean, I couldn't have told you from memory what it was, but he said it several times on his podcast. One of the podcasts I listened to quite a bit. Savage Jamie, says Ashley. Hey, Ash. I need Rune to send this turd to the showers in tears. I want to see Zverev ugly crying face. Damn, I don't blame you, Rafa fans. That's all you got left. Rafa, unfortunately, can't give you more. 0-15 now as Holger Rune with a winner up the line, off the return, clean as a whistle. And the Dane 3 points away now. A lot to happen, though. Good first serve, return up the middle, backhand Zverev, backhand cross-court Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand Rune up the line now, forehand Zverev up the line, backhand Rune up the line, forehand Zverev cross-court, chop back, defensive shot from Rune lands just inside the baseline. Zverev hits the net cord, bounces up, and lands back on his own side. And we have a love 30 situation. Did y'all see Hubie tried to get the chair off? So that was so hilariously awkward because Dimitrov, who's his friend, was like, I'm your buddy, but she's not really doing anything wrong. Yeah, it was very awkward. Let's see here. Zverev first serve, love 30. Is a good one. Block back, backhand. Now backhander from the midcourt for Zverev. And then a forehand cross-court for Rune. Zverev comes up to the net, but the volley off the forehand wing into the net. And that sets up triple set point, triple break point for Holger Rune now. This is getting interesting. Which umpire was it? I don't know her name. It's a female umpire. I haven't seen her too much. She's like a little bit more heavy set. Not like there's that one whose name is Aurelia. It wasn't her. And then there's like that one, like kind of brunette Eastern European. It wasn't her. I forgot her. I don't recognize her too often. But here we go. We're into the point. Rune forehand and forehand cross court from Zverev. Rune also up the middle from Zverev. Now backhand Rune, forehand Zverev, backhand Rune. It's a high one, but in backhand Zverev. Slice from Rune, slice back from Zverev. Topspin backhand. Now forehand Zverev, backhand, and a backhand slice from Rune. Now forehand up the line, forehand right back from Rune, forehand up the line from Zverev, backhand Rune, forehand Zverev, backhand cross-court Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand Rune, backhand Zverev to the forehand of Rune, cross-court, forehand Zverev, forehand Rune just inside the line, backhand Zverev, right back up the middle from Rune, block back from Zverev, nice and deep. Oh, and the forehand from Rune goes wide. That must have been a 26, 28 shot rally. Both players exhausted. But one of the 3 break point set points saved from Sasha Zverev. Crowd going nuts, giving him some love as they deserve. Covey, a stream and Ghost not being there is very rare. There you go. Ashley, for real. LOL. It would be amazing if Hubie succeeded. Novak fans are going to reach the point where he can't give any more to. Which umpire was it? Oh, we went over that. Is it the one that has... No, it was not that one. Snail, Covey is my cuz from another part of North America. You got it. Got it. Ghosty with the eloquent words and the double entendre. It's like a rapper over here. All right, here we go. Zverev, 15-40. Serve is good. Block back return. Forehand Zverev, inside out. Another block. Oh no! And the block from Rune was just pushing it up the line. Zverev raced to it, got to it, and tried to volley it into the open court. Missed it by a mile. Like he went across the whole court and even missed the doubles alley. He had the whole court there. But what else was interesting is that I think that floater from Rune was actually going wide. He didn't even need to try to hit it. Let's see again on the replay. So block back return, beautiful inside out from Zverev, and then Rune backhand slice up the line. That was not going in, folks. He could have let that go and won the point right there. Instead, he injected himself in between the point and the empty court, and off of his racket, misses by a mile. And Holger Rune takes the second set on a break kind of out of nowhere after both of them were just holding serve routinely in the second half of that third set. Big break, and it's a big win for Holger Rune. We'll get a couple buttons in for him. Okay. Ashley, I have not heard this, but Ashley saying my friend in New Zealand told me Novak might not be able to play the quarterfinals. Is that true? Well, New Zealand's about 19 hours ahead of Vancouver, so they actually know what happens in the rest of today. Of course, I'm joking. I have not heard that. I would be very surprised. I feel like Novak's such a warrior that even if he doesn't think he'll finish a match, I feel like he would still start it, if that makes sense. If anyone has news on that, let us know, but I would be very surprised. All right, folks, if Sasha Zverev is to make his first ever French Open final in Roland Garros, he's going to have to get through Holger Rune in a 5-setter before he can even make it to the quarters. So there you go. A lot of people, even me, I was like, is this Sasha's year? I mean, he doesn't have to deal with Nadal. Well, he did, funny enough, but not the same Nadal. And he doesn't have to deal, obviously, he wouldn't have to deal with Novak till the end, but even then, not as like this is one of the guys who constantly was facing Novak, during Novak's like prime, where Zverev had like on his best day could win a set. Now he's got, these guys are a little bit older, but now he's still kind of flubbing his chances possibly. Let's see. He's also, of course, I didn't really mention it, but there's a verdict coming out, I think today. It might have even come out today in Germany in regards to his, he's got the sexual, not a sexual assault, but like a physical assault case against his former girlfriend. So some stuff definitely going on probably in his life, in his mind. I don't really know too much about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. All I'll say is if whoever deserves punishment or whatever should get it, and hopefully it's all proven and all that stuff. But yeah, pretty crazy that he's it's going on in the middle of all this. Djokovic loving this physical match, but enough. We need like a 5th tie break with both players barely walking. Okay. I don't know if you're talking. I mean, neither of these players are going to face Djokovic, so I don't know if it's connected to that, or if you're just saying that we just need a crazy 5th setter in general. 15 love. Zverev. By the way, Holger Rune held easily in the first game, so it's on serve in this 4th set. Could be the last set of the match. We'll find out in the next 40 minutes or so. Return from Rune goes just wide. Sorry, goes long, and it's 30 love. all the excitement and anticipation of the end of that set. It's all came crumbling down. I thought we were going to see a tiebreaker, and it kind of abruptly ended. Kind of feel wanting for more a little bit here. All right. By the way, folks, thank you for joining me. My name is Covey. If you didn't know, I'm in Vancouver, BC, Canada, 2:57 p.m., which means it is 11:57 p.m., 3 minutes to midnight in Paris. These players are about to enter the next day. Oh, what a ripper of a backhand. Second serve from Zverev, and the backhand Ripski is a clean winner cross court from Rune. Zverev was actually there, just couldn't get a racket on it. It came back so fast. 40-15 now. Hovey, did you see Eminem's new track video? Jam-packed with celeb count. Yeah, I did. Houdini. And it was cool. It was nice seeing like the old dyed blonde Slim Shady. Ooh, Zverev with a +1 cross-court forehand. And he ripped that off the sideline. Rune tried to lob it back, but it was way short. Yeah, it was really good. I thought it was nice to see the old Slim Shady and the new Slim Shady, you know? Probably they might, just in case, face Nole in semis. They should be like properly tied. Oh, you're saying, okay, you're saying so whoever wins this, you want them to be tired before the next match. Okay. So you're like 3 dominoes ahead here. You're like, if this guy twists his ankle now, and that guy twists his ankle in the 5th set, then one of them will have a twisted ankle if they face Novak. Okay, here we go. Holger Rune at the +1, and rips that into the net. Didn't see Novak today. What was his injury? Yeah, his right knee was hobbling a little bit. He was kind of shaking it out. Knee, Jamie says, Ashley. Was it blonde or gray? I'm not sure. Come on, leaves Zverev ankles alone. Oh yeah, sorry, man. I shouldn't say that. Especially after his ankle. That was a horrendous ankle thing. I'm not the biggest Zverev fan. I'm not really a Zverev fan. Although I will say that his tennis has been really good. Oh, speaking of good, he just hit a stick save and a beauty at the net, but Rune got the rebound to that one and put that one home. Yeah, what I was saying is I've never been the biggest Zverev fan. You know, there's been some, insinuations that sometimes he's not super focused in training, things like that. And of course, he's had, issues off the court, some anger issues on the court, where he smashed his racket at the foot of the umpire there in Acapulco. But I will say that he's back to his form that he was in before he hurt his ankle. And to do that isn't easy. So give him props for that. But other stuff, whatever. That was funny, Cubby. You made me realize that maybe I shouldn't really be thinking about that. I mean, look, you're a young kid and you want your guys to win. And so you're like, any little way it can help, or, you might be joking and you're like, oh, I hope this guy gets hurt. But, as the older you get, you're like, look, these guys are human beings, and you kind of realize like, hey, winning and losing is fun and it's cool. And it really makes me happy when my guy wins, or my girl wins, but it's not the be all end all, right? Here we go. Second serve, 15-30. So a chance here a little bit for Zverev. Forehand up the middle, backhand Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand Rune up the middle, forehand Zverev, forehand Rune, forehand Zverev, backhand cross-court Rune, backhand up the line Zverev. I thought it was off the line, but it was just long of the baseline. 30 all. Zverev was already fined by a court in Germany. This is an appeals trial. It's okay to say he's a lady beater. Technically, by German law, he is. We'll see if that changes. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was an appeal. That wasn't he ordered to pay $450,000 euros, I believe. It was something like a really like a huge amount. It took me some years to realize, but Zverev's backhand is a gift of God. Yeah. And I think that his forehand has gotten better too, where he doesn't solely rely on it. Because before, the book on him was just hit it to his forehand and wait for him to double fault his way to a loss. Like that was it. But now he's kind of overcome those things a little bit, developed a little bit more consistency on the forehand. Definitely has had a way better time on his service game than he did 2 years ago. Him and Sabalenka. Nice forehand winner up the line from Zverev. From the middle of the court, setting up break point here. So it's 30-40. Hey, Max. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well and having a great summer. Yes, I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Hope you are as well. Hope Las Vegas is nice and warm for you. So funny. We had 1 month of like the most beautiful Vancouver weather, 23, 24 degrees, cloudless. All the ladies and guys are out on the beach. And then boom, Canucks lost in the playoffs the next day. And in, every day since it's been raining. It's brutal. Drop shot. Zverev gets to it. And then overhead. Zverev gets to that too. And then another forehand. Zverev gets to that. Zverev breaks, and Rune has had 2 or 3 points here where Zverev is at the net and makes a volley and gives Rune an opportunity to just rip a passing shot, but he just keeps hitting it right back at Zverev, and Zverev just keeps hitting volley winners. Unbelievable. So another break for Zverev here. All right, folks, Nahil is about to peace out on us here. 3:30 a.m. in India. Bit too much now. Gotta sleep. Covey, goodbye. All right, buddy. Maybe see you tomorrow. If I'm able to do the 60 pass Alcaraz match, I will let Ben and JG know. And if so, hopefully I'll see you there, buddy. Have a good one. Joker on the mend, nursing knees, cold press, magic crystals, and turmeric tea. Crying, why is everybody always picking on me? Even if Zverev didn't have two y'all, incredible cases of domestic abuse, I just really don't like his style. He's 6'5", serve-up pusher. His matches are so boring. I mean, I definitely have agreed typically in my life with that, though I have seen him play some good matches as well. But I also... Yeah, I agree. I don't find him. I'm not the biggest fan of his style either. But when everything is working well and he's playing against a good opponent, which is again a lot of ifs, then he can be involved in good matches. I remember, I forgot what tournament, but it was Zverev versus Sinner. It was a 5-set match. I think maybe it was last year here. I don't know. Anyways, it was like Sinner was like sick and puking, and Zverev was also really sick. And everyone was like, oh my God, these guys have, like, this is such an amazing match. Like, everyone online. I was calling the match. It was horrible. Like, the tennis was horrible. Like, it wasn't like, oh, they're playing sick, but they're coming up with crazy shots. It was like they're playing sick and they're playing like they have a stomach virus. Like the way they were moving, like it was like a war of attrition, but like it was really bad. And I remember everyone's like, oh, it was such an amazing match by both of these warriors. It's like, this was like one of the worst matches I've ever seen, Just because it goes 5 doesn't mean it's good, right? So there you go. Covey, who's your pick for RG? My heart says Alcaraz, but my head says Sinner. I think I'm going to go with Sinner. You know what? Probably now that I said that, Alcaraz is going to win. But yeah, I'm going to say my heart's going for Alcaraz. My head is going for Sinner. But I do think, I don't think, if they met in the semis, I don't think Sinner has, the clear advantage. But yeah. How about you, Ashley? Let me know who your pick is. Yeah, it was US Open. Thank you. I was like, well, I felt like it was on a clay court, but it was like, no, it was such a slow match that it felt like it was on a clay court. Yeah, I agree that this was a horrible match as well. It was like both of these players were like, no, I don't want to win. You win. No, I don't want to win. You win. Well, if you're not going to win, then I'm going to win. It's like, okay, fine. Like that's what, if you could sum up that match, that's how you sum it up. What I just did there is like a perfect summation of that match. Honestly, I'd have to dig deep to remember a Zverev match that didn't make me want to knock myself out with a framing hammer. Well, the Nadal one where he hurt his ankle, again, that was 2 years ago, but that was definitely crazy level. Snooze fest, ghosty. Totally, yeah, talking about that one. Alcaraz, okay. So our hearts are in the same place. Zverev is pro tennis equivalent of a giant melatonin capsule. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Now, Ghosty, let me ask you. Now, this is controversial, and please, people don't get mad at me for asking this question. But where do you rate Novak on the excitement scale? Curious to know. Rune here. Was trying to find a way in, but now it's game point for Zverev to looking to consolidate the break from the previous game. Good serve. And a backhand Rune, forehand Zverev, backhand Rune up the middle, forehand Zverev into the net. And then he slams his racket in anger as he had a game point. Now it's deuce. Zverev is a pro tennis equivalent of a. Oh, we already got that one. Do you still think Novak can win Roland? Oh, I definitely believe if he's capable of doing it. The chances, like last year, I would have said like 85% chance, or maybe let's say 65, whatever. This year, I'd give him like 20% chance because, I mean, he's lucky that he doesn't have to potentially face Sinner and Alcaraz, like, semifinal, final. He only has to face one of the two, but he does have some formidable foes now on the other side. So I think he can definitely do it for sure. But I don't think he has as good of a chance as he historically has. Hope that answers your question. What about you, Max? You think he can do it? Rune with an opportunity now to break right back, get back on serve here in this fourth set. Remember, he's up 2-1, but he's down a break currently, and he has a chance right now with this point to get it back. First serve, off the tape, and in the box. First serve once again coming up. Remember, folks, check out the banner below. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We love the support. Good return, nice and deep. Now forehand Zverev, backhand Rune, forehand Zverev, backhand Rune, forehand Zverev, backhand Rune, cross court, backhand Zverev, forehand cross court Rune, forehand Zverev, forehand Rune, forehand Zverev off the tape but lands in, forehand Rune, and then the backhand Zverev goes wide, and the break back from the Dane. What is happening? A lot of out of the blue breaks in this one. Here we go.
Broke.
All right, folks. Holger Rune now just 4 games away from a date with the Demon in the quarterfinal spot. Let's see. Lots of tennis still to be played. Number 13 seed here. He's not on the verge of an upset, but he's starting to trend that way against the number 4 seed. For excitement, I'd go back to Connors versus McEnroe. Ah, those were the days. Good question. Is that the question about Novak that I was asking you? I'm on Instagram right now. Is that right? Oh, the +1 from Rune. It looked like it was very close, but Zverev was right there. Takes a look and says it was in. So it's 15 all here. So yep, right on the line. 53 people. So we're getting more and more people. Welcome one and welcome all, whether you're watching on YouTube or Instagram. We appreciate having you here. Yeah, we got 46 live viewers. All right, backhand slice drop from Rune, and Zverev gets to it, but on the stretch, his backhand was unable to get over the net. Rune up 30-15. Nole is definitely more exciting than Zverev, but for my money, there are maybe 30 guys on tour that I find much more thrilling. No offense to the GOAT, but I like a more aggressive style. Who won, Fritzy, Witzy, or Rude? Rude won in 4 sets. Actually, it was crazy. I was watching it, and Fritz was up 4-1 in the first set tiebreak, and I thought, okay, this set's over. Come out of the bathroom, and it's Rude won it. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I had Rude winning that match anyways, but I was like, huh, interesting. But yeah, Rude won that in 4. Nice to see you. Hey, Danny Pavic, how are you? Subscriber. Good to see you in the chat. It's been a little bit. Hope you're having a good time and enjoying the tennis from Roland Garros. We're having a good one here. Got a backhand to backhand battle going. Backhand Zverev, backhand Rune. This time to the forehand of Zverev. Forehand Rune, forehand Zverev, forehand Rune, and it goes long. So I think Zverev actually hit the net cord on his last forehand. It just barely slowed the ball down. Not enough to change the rhythm of the point, but enough to bother Rune. I will say this, the Djokovic Alcaraz match in Cincy last year was so good. That was one of my favorite matches of last year. Another 3-set match, 3-set match that I loved with Djokovic was Rune and Djokovic in Paris-Bercy, where Rune saved 6 break points in the final game to win the match. It was unbelievable. Really exciting, and just the crowd was crazy, and both players came up with crazy shots. Okay, question for you, FAA or Chapo? I mean, it depends on what you're asking. I mean, FAA is, I'd say, the better player. Who do I think is better? Who do I want to win? Or, I like both of them. I always want them both to do well. I think FAA is going to have a better career in the end. But I would love to see Chapo make it to like a semi of like a major before it's said and done, because I feel like he's a talented enough guy to do it if he can just put it all together for a couple weeks. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say FA is better player, better career. But Chapo has I like him as much as I like FA. That was an awesome ghosty set. Alcaraz lost, but what a match. Yeah, that was a crazy one. Yeah, just watched the Djokovic match. Yay, GTL no lay. And a drop shot from Rune. And Rune thought it was in. The umpire, Zverev looked at it first and called it out and walked back to the bench. But then the umpire, who hadn't made it to the mark yet, said, hold on, this is in. And Rune agreed. And it's actually right by the net, so Rune could see directly over it. And Zverev, now this is an example right now. Zverev is looking at it. We're wasting time. If you just say, hey, Hawkeye is going to give us the answer. Hawkeye also agrees that it was in. Then there wouldn't be this, this bad taste in his mouth and this, this whatever, right? So anyways, but the right call was made. and he saved the break point, did Rune, and it's deuce now. Remember when Connors wagged his finger in Johnny Mac's face? LOL. Novak can still win in Roland Garros. If the likes of Carlos or Sinner reach the final, it'll definitely be hard for Novak. Novak would literally have to give his all in that situation. You know, if it's... Oh, what a beautiful half volley drop from Rune. My internet is being silly. This feed keeps chopping, but Rune just hit a half... Oh, it wasn't even a half volley. It was a volley. Wow, it was a shoelace volley. The way it came off, he softened it so much, it looked like it was a half volley. Beautifully done. All right, game point Rune now, advantage. Serve is good. Forehand Zverev, and it's long. Rune escapes, saving one break point. It's 3-2 for Holger. Yeah, Max, if you're asking me, okay, who does Novak have a better chance against? Sinner or Alcaraz? I actually think he has a better chance against Alcaraz. Alcaraz is a little bit more volatile. Like sometimes he goes for shots because he's such like a showman that he just has this need to flirt with danger. Whereas like if he's facing Sinner, I feel like Sinner is just so tight and compact and he's just so good at keeping, balls in play, less erratic. I think that he'd have a better shot. But having said that, I did notice that Alcaraz has changed his game in this tournament. He's starting to, instead of go for like winners on the third shot, he's waiting for maybe the fifth or seventh shot, knowing that a better opportunity is going to come. So there you go. Where did that Paris Bercy Rune go? He played so well there. Yeah, I mean, he's still a young kid on his way up, right? Not everyone can be a prodigy like these other guys, but he's still super young. He's only 1 week younger than Carlos. 1 week older than Carlos. Ghost, you can't be serious. You cannot be serious. Ashley, true. Rune has his ups and downs in terms of recent results. Man, Rune and Zverev are perfectly tied up with winners unforced 40 and 31 each. It's been a pretty good match. It'll definitely be a hard task for Novak. I miss the old days, more personalities in many ways. I agree, Ghost. ATP needs an injection of personality. You know what? I feel the same, funny, in specifically the goaltending position in ice hockey. So in hockey, the goalies had personality, style. It was all about reflexes. They'd stand on their feet and they'd kick their legs out. Now every single goalie goes down on their knees and put their legs out. It's called a spread eagle kind of thing. It's called a butterfly position, and it's taken all of the personality out of the game, and it's also ruining knees and hips of these young players who are starting to play hockey. It's really brutal. Nice hands, Holgi. Alcaraz has the need for speed. Sinner is more measured, in my opinion. Yes, for sure. Alan Cravo, who's winning? Well, I'd say right now, Holger Rune has the better opportunity. Double faults to start off this game, and it's love 15. So not too many double faults so far today from Zverev. Just the second, or actually, that is first. That's his first. 3 for Rune. Good first serve up the tee. Return is a short one, and then a +1 backhand winner up the line for Zverev. You're a girl. You're with a girl, Covey, and you have tickets for one match. Alcaraz, X, or Sinner? Alcaraz for sure. 100%. 100%. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know. What if she's like, oh, this Alcaraz guy is way cooler than you with how he hits the ball. I'm leaving you, Covey. Then I might have to go for Sinner. Because not many people are going to go for a Ginge over me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, if it's to watch someone live, I would love to watch both of them strike a ball, but Alcaraz for sure. I mean, Alcaraz is my favorite player, but I'm not one of those like big three fans where like if you say anything bad about him, I'm gonna kill you or hate you or go online and Twitter and talk about other players being worse. It's like, no, man. I love the guy because he like is super exciting. Dallas Mavericks, Prawley. You think so, huh? Yeah, I think so too. I love your insight, Covey, of Carlos and Sinner. Thank you, Max. I appreciate that. I wish someone took me on a date to 2022 when they met at the US Open. Yeah, that was the best match in the last 5 years, as far as I'm concerned, anywhere. It was unbelievable. Men, women, whatever. That like the Wimbledon final last year was really good as well, but that quarterfinal between Sinner and Alcaraz was like the level was crazy, the drama was crazy, the shot making, the trick shots, all of it. No, Mike Palmatier Palmatier's in the NHL now, Covey. Just 6'4" goaltending. It's brutal, Bill. It is so brutal. It is like they all play the exact same style. They're all, like you said, they're all 6'4". You don't even look at a goalie. Like it was before, it was all reflexes. They had nicknames like, the Cat and Eddie the Eagle and like all these things. And now it's just like, Butterfly Jim, Butterfly Bob, Butterfly Joe. Like, come on, guys. Like, yeah, it's really a shame. Zverev holds with an easy +1 cross-court forehand winner, and we're at 3 games apiece. That match was the best. Honestly, if I went to that match and got hit by a bus on the way home after, I would have died happy. I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm being silly here, guys, of course. But it was that good of a match. It was, and then, I was more wanting Alcaraz to win now than I do today. Now I'm just like, I want to see good tennis no matter what. I'd rather see really good tennis than just my guy win. If that's the options. Nice. Oh, overhead from, oh my God. Zverev makes his way to the net, has a lob. Rune feeds him a lob. Zverev rips a lob up the line right at Rune, who gives him another lob. And then Zverev puts that one away. But very impressive blocking of that first lob off the backhand wing. Nice put away, though. 15. So it's love 15 now. Anyone remember that behind the back shot by Carlos? Yeah. And not only that, he won the point. He hits a behind the back. Jannik Sinner hits a volley off of it. It ends up being a short ball. Alcaraz goes and hits a backhand, two-hand cross-court winner. It was unbelievable. I believe the 1WA on Covey's cap stands for one woman a week. It's good medical advice. Actually, it's one world something. Gosh. Okay, so check it out. I was walking my dog Gobi, who, by the way, turned 4 yesterday. And in case anyone was wondering, she turned 4, the cute little girl. And this guy has a dog named Rufus who loves playing with Gobi, right? They're little best friends. And Rune he tries to put an overhead. He sucked Zverev in to the net with a drop shot. Zverev put it like above his head. All he had to do was smash it in, but he just got a little lazy and he just tried to lob it over Zverev. Zverev's 6'6", and he does a backhand overhead smash because Rune, instead of just ripping it into the open court, tried to be cute and put a lob over his head. Really, really ill-advised. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So anyways, this guy Rufus, and I was like, hey, I really love this guy's name is Jeffrey. And I was like, yo, Jeffrey, I love your hat. It's so cool. And he's like, oh, this is my company. I have a whole bunch at home. Took it off his head and just gave it to me. And I said, no, I can't accept this. It's your hat. He's like, no, I have more at home. And this is my company that I started. And, it's my pleasure. And so the guy literally just gave it to me off the top of his head at the dog park. How nice is that? Another cat and mouse game and another Zverev win. And Rune, when he's getting into these cat and mouse points at the net, he's trying to be way too cute, like completely ridiculous. If I was his coach, I'd be angry at him right now. Zverev with great effort. It was like just 2 inches from being not up. But then again, Rune with just a very lackluster, easy little flip into the area. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. And that's a double break point now. It's 15-40. This is like some really, really brutal here. Play here from Rune. Anyways, first serve into the net, second serve. So he's got double break points on a second serve. Backhand return, forehand Rune up the line, backhand from Zverev, and he pushes a little, tries to push a forehand up the line, but it's a short ball, and Rune at the net cuts it off, backhand put away. Oh yeah, Rip Bill Walton. Big fan of, it's funny, I'm not the biggest basketball fan since like, the 90s or whatever. But I always loved, like, when this guy was on, I would always watch more than I should have. You know what I mean? Even if it was like a game I didn't care about. He always had really intelligent things to say, and you could tell he just loved broadcasting and basketball. Good combination. Happy birthday to your adorable dog. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to your doggy. Yeah, well, a ginge. It's nice that Matthew McConaughey is a fan of Novak. At first it seemed like a PR tactic, but Matthew seems genuine. Yeah, I think these guys, I've seen him there. Oh, and it is Zverev overpowering Rune, keeping him back further and further and further until he hits a backhand wide, and Zverev gets another break, second one of this set. I feel like Alcaraz is Afrobeat and Sinner is cool jazz. All sports have lost a certain personality quotient. We have to fix that. Yeah. Well, the thing that's interesting about hockey is you don't find that in the forwards and the defensemen. It's specifically the goaltenders. And I'm sure, yeah, in other sports like that as well. Ghost interesting comparison of the players and music genres. Novak would be heavy metal. Ben Shelton hit a behind the back shot recently. Was that Rome? Not sure. Although I have seen him hit a couple. I know he hit like one of those kind of behind the back, not like around his back, but like running backward, and yeah. Please don't make it 5, says Minaur. Why heavy metal? That's interesting. Okay, so Sasha Zverev looking to push this one to the limit and take it 5 sets. He's up a break here in the fourth set, although very unpredictable service games of late here. All right, first serve, it's an ace off the sideline from Zverev. Okay, here we go. 15 love, first serve, into the net. So what heavy metal song would Novak walk out to? I feel like Rusevori, because Finland is known for like their hardcore like metal rock. I feel like someone like Rusevori would be a metal type of guy. Zverev, 15 love. And it looks like a second serve coming up after. Oh, no, sorry. They're calling that one. They're saying it was in. And all right, the mailman arrived, and that's why my dog went crazy. And it's 40 love on the nice come in on the serve and volley. Easy forehand volley into the open court. Ghost, Ghost, comma, in my head. Novak has that personality for heavy metal and rock music, in my opinion. Oh, got it. I feel like Sinner would be like Euro dance music. Alcaraz, something with like a, you know, like where he could do like some salsa dancing, but there's always like a boppy cadence. I guess someone said Afro, but maybe it was Ghost said Afro beats. Nice serve return right to the feet of Zverev, and his forehand goes into the net. Still 40-15, however, for the German. Good to see BB's return to tennis at RG. Agreed. And I gotta say, I liked her pink outfit. It's nice to see BB on court. Actually, for a while, the Canadians were doing really well. We had all four of them past the first round, and then BB lost. She beat Kalinskaya, who's also another. She's an angel. I think Sinner's dating her, and then she lost to Yasmin Paolini, who also has a really good game. She won again today too. Backhander from Aryna on the return +1, and that goes into the net. And that's game for Zverev. He's up 5-3, no changeover. So Rune is going to have to try to stay in this set right now. Andrescu, yeah, she's great. Glad she's back in action. Yeah, she's wearing like a pink skirt outfit, and it kind of looked like a bodysuit, like skin colored. And she's, I'm a fan. She got the muscular curvy. She's like muscular curvy, if that makes sense. Sasha Zverev with a forehand opportunity, and he completely shanked it. Yeah, we went 4 for 4 that day, Covey. I remember it fondly. Ashley, you're from Canada too? Oh wait, hold on. Are you from Calgary? I'm trying to remember if you're the same person I'm thinking of. But yeah, it was really awesome. Yeah, so she won, and then Fernandez lost to Owens, and then BB lost to Paulini, Chapo lost to Hurkacz, and FAA lost to Carlitos. BB took Jasmine to 3 sets, but then ran out of gas. Yeah, it definitely looked like that. And she got beat badly. Even against Kalinskaya, she lost the bagel in the first set. I don't know if she lost that badly against Paolini, but I know it was a pretty bad first set. The +1 attempted drop shot from Rune, backhand wing, goes into the net, 30-15. Nole is very deliberate and calculating. If he's heavy metal, he's one of those bands that does like 16-minute tracks that reference Tolstoy or James Joyce or something. I feel like I feel like you just described Medvedev a little bit in everything you just said. I'm in Ontario, Cubby, not TO. Okay, good. Nice. Yeah, that was a good day though. 4 for 4. I was like, hey, let's do that a few more times. That mailman had it coming. Get his ass, Gobi. That's right. Yeah, he's gonna get a dose of cauliflower he was not expecting. All right. It's an easy hold for Holger. Now, this is where it gets interesting, folks, because we are into the business end of this. Yeah, I could see that. Sinner could be trip hop. He's so chill all the time. He's with like Lil Wayne having some like purple drink and scissor, in the back of the tour bus with like sunglasses on and some like funky like Louis Vuitton like custom outfit. I'm trying to think which player would be reggae. I mean, that's a good question. I feel like um Monfils would be some sort of hip hop because he's really good at breakdancing. I've seen him do it a few times. It's actually really good. I feel like Tommy Paul would be country music. feel like Ben Shelton would be like Pitbull. You know, he's from Florida, like Pitbull. You know, like that sort of music. Who else? Fritz would be something like some like stoner rock, like the Eagles or something. California. This is fun. I really like this. Paulini is very creative. I think one of the dudes on Tennis Channel was comparing her a little to Ons Jabeur. Yeah, and Bianca Andreescu was saying after the match, she was like, you don't realize how much whip she puts on that ball until you're facing it. Like the ball is coming at you like really, really quickly, and you don't kind of expect it based on her size. I thought that was very interesting. Dustin Brown, obs. I was thinking that, but I was like, is that racist? I know you're not racist. What a return from Rune. Second serve, and he pulverized the forehand winner up the line. Ghost, I haven't thought about him in a minute. See, I don't know. I mean, obviously, based on the hair, he's got the dreadlocks, right? So you'd think that, but what if he was like not into that style of music? And I'd be like, But he is the first person I thought of when I read that who would be reggae. When I read Max's, that's what I thought. Dustin Brown. What would a guy like Thomas Berdych be? It would be some like very like upright, square German rock or something. Even though he's a Czech guy. And it looks like Zverev's second serve was the second. I believe it. Yeah, it was second serve was called out upon reflection by the umpire. And also Hawkeye agrees. We going 5, guys? We'll find out real quick here. I mean, I was thinking so, but the way this match is going, there's always like Zverev keeps kind of dropping the ball at weird moments. And I could see him doing it here potentially. Nice forehand up the line. Backhand chipped from Rune. Backhand Zverev. Now backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Now forehand Zverev to the forehand of Rune. Up the line. Backhand chip from Zverev. And the winner inside out from Holger Rune. And then he asked the crowd for some love. It's a double break point. So 15-40 here, folks. I miss Dustin Brown, actually. Same here. So skilled. I think Layla beat Jasmine at Billie Jean King Cup last year. You know what? That might have been in Vancouver. I almost had a chance to go to that one, but because BB got hurt right before, I didn't go. Because it was going to be Fernandez, Bianca, and someone else, and like someone else got injured. The third person got injured, and Bianca got injured. And so I was like, I kind of changed my mind at the last second. Maybe I probably shouldn't have, but all right, we got Zverev at the net, but it doesn't matter because Rune's forehand doesn't even make it to the net. So 1 break point saved. It's now 30-40. Another chance here for Holger Rune to climb back level in this 4th set. Vancouver obit, death by cauliflower. Yeah, boy. You don't mess with the Gobes. Yeah, Monfils is a good choice. Yeah, for sure. Yep, Paul is country, right? I think there's some other guys too now. Nice first serve from Zverev. Oh, the passing shot winner from Rune. Zverev with a beautiful serve up the tee, comes in for the serve and volley, and then off of his forehand volley, the running forehand cross-court winner from Holger Rune breaks back, and we're level at 5. That was incredible. Covey, have you heard if BB and Layla are playing dubs together at the Olympics? I have not heard that. And I'd be surprised if they did, but you never know. I know Layla plays a little bit more doubles. She's played a lot with Taylor Townsend, I believe, and stuff like that. So, and Rune, with a beautiful backhand drop volley off of a volley. Sorry, off of a dipping shot there. Beautiful volley there. So Rune makes his way to the net, wins the point, up 15 love. I mean, Dustin Brown literally has a Bob Marley tattoo on his ribs. Okay. There you go. See, you know more than me, so I didn't know that. Paulini's improved her game a lot in the last 2 years. Now top 12. Yeah, definitely. I'm impressed with her. The Liquidator Podcast, welcome. Saying, come on, Rune. We got Faisal Ahmed Himon saying, don't worry, guys. Zverev will win 100% sure, says Faisal. Great passing shot from Rune. Hell to the year, says Ghosty. All right, Rune with a +1 ripper into the open court, 40 love. So he was just on the verge of losing. He was down a break, and it was Zverev serving up 5-4 for the set. Gets broken, and now Rune cruising, winning the first 3 points now in game 11 of this fourth set. Layla still alive in doubles. There you go. Yeah, she's a doubles player, but I don't think she plays with Bianca. I don't know if she ever has, other than maybe in Billie Jean King Cup. And another beautiful inside-out forehand from the mid-court for Rune. It's a winner, and it's a game to love.
It's a game to love.
Business ending it over here in Roland Garros. Philippe Chatrier, center court. That's right, folks. And right now, Holger Rune is just 4 points away from a spot in the quarterfinals. And dare I say, an upset. Folks, if you haven't done so, please like this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. That way, you can hit that notification bell and you'll know every time we go live. You can join us and watch live tennis from wherever you are with us as we call these matches. We got Faisal saying 7-4 Zverev or 7-5. Wow. Well, you got to choose one or the other, my friend. You can't have two. You can't have two options. So if it does actually go to a tiebreak and you put in your prediction, you're going to have to choose one of those. I can't figure Layla out. Yeah, she's like a Rubik's Cube. She's so talented, but she seems to wilt under pressure. I think she's one of those players who constantly is hitting above her weight. So she's not the biggest, she's not the strongest, but she finds ways, crafty ways to beat players who she shouldn't beat. And I think that's going to be kind of her MO for her whole career. She's never going to have the power to hang with Sabalenka and Rybakina. She's going to have to own Jabeur her way to deep into tournaments, I think. And I know she's not as crafty as Ons Jabeur, but you know what I mean, right? You get what I'm saying there? Folks, we're getting a lot of people giving us a tie break. I'm going to star them for now, but I'll read them if you're right for whoever gets it right. All right, we got backhand to backhand battle going on. Rune is up love 15 on the Zverev serve. Rune with a backhand slice. Zverev backhand. Rune backhand. Zverev now to the forehand of Rune. Forehand Zverev. Forehand Rune. Forehand Zverev. A very safe one there from Zverev. Forehand Rune, backhand Zverev cross court, backhand Rune cross court, backhand Zverev, backhand Rune up the line, just long. And that was a hell of a long rally. And I felt like Zverev was playing it a little bit safe. And if you're going to play it like that, I would heavily advise Holger Rune to go for it. Because when someone is playing to not miss, that's when you make them hit shots. Ashley, that's a fun fact. I didn't know that. Her serve, Ghosty, in my opinion. Fun fact about Layla, she's a righty like Rafa, but plays lefty. Yes, it's kind of interesting. Very, very interesting. It's always funny when you see like Rafa or Layla Annie sign autographs, and you're like, hey, what are you doing? Aren't you a lefty? And they're like, psych. All right, backhander from Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand slice Rune, backhand Zverev up the line. Rune gets it and chops a forehand, but it's long. And I mean, I'm not these guys, so I don't know how fatigued they are. But right now, I feel like Rune is giving up some chances here. 3 hours, 18 minutes into this one, folks. A long rally. Damn. Just like the Kendrick song. Bill's got one on Layla. We'll get to that in a second. But here we go. Nice serve from Zverev. Beautiful desperation return, but it leads to a short ball and an easy put away. Zverev now up 40-15. Bill saying, Layla needs to thank her dad for the coaching to date and then get a professional coach to improve her serve and game strategy. Interesting, Bill. Interesting. I haven't been following her so closely that I'm like that detailed into her game about the father part and all that stuff. I know her father has done a really good job, but yeah, you might be right there. Interesting. A beautiful serve there, not an ace, but it's unreturned. Sasha Zverev holds, and folks, let's get your predictions because we are going to a tiebreak. Ghosty saying, see, this is what I mean. Zverev's entire game is attrition. He just wants to outlast his opponent. It's so uninspiring. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, my friend. And that's what I was saying. Like, I really think Rune should have kind of recognized that Zverev was trying to be a little safe and forced him a little bit, make him make a decision. Here we go. We're into the tie break. Folks, put your thank you, Ghosty. I got yours. I got Bill's as well. I got Dave's. Yeah, backhand to backhand going now. Forehand Zverev to the backhand of Rune up the middle. Forehand Zverev into the net, and Rune holds on his first service attempt. All right, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and say, gosh. Well, I said I thought Zverev before the match is going to win in 4, but I don't think he is. I'm going to say Rune is going to win it 9-7. 9-7. Dave K., you are a gentleman and a scholar. I get you, Cubby. Not only did you get me, but you had me at hello when you first said hello. All right. Nice backhander from Zverev, and the backhand lob attempt out of desperation goes long from Rune. 1 apiece. LOL, Bill. Thanks, Ghosty. Great minds think alike. Yeah, we got a couple of these guys saying 7-5 for Rune. I said 9-7 for Rune. I always like to go past the 7. I don't know why. Almost all the time I say 8 or 9 or 10 or something. Onze Jabeur had one that was 22-20, I believe. It was actually each player got more points in that tie break, I believe, than Potapova did in their whole match against Iga. And the forehand from the mid court on the rally ball from Rune goes long, and then he angrily waves his hand in disgust at himself on serve after 3 points. So I got Bill, Dave, Ghost, Faisal, Lion Eye. I didn't get anything from Ashley, nothing from Max. Any of you got any predictions? I mean, it's almost too late now. It's almost 4 points in. All right, good for serve Rune. Return nice and deep. Forehand Zverev. Backhand cross-court Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand slice from Rune. Forehand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune up the line. Forehand Zverev. Cross-court. Forehand Rune. Ooh, lands just in. And another safe one there from Zverev. Now backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev. backhand slice. Rune lands on the baseline. Forehand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Forehand Zverev. Cross court. Forehand Rune. Forehand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Cross court. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Up the line now. Forehand up the line Zverev. Backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand drop shot Rune. Zverev gets to it. Pushes it up the line. Oh, and the backhand from Rune into the net. He had him beat. Zverev put it up the line and then went back to the middle. Rune tried to go up the line where Zverev just was, wrong footing him, but the ball goes into the net. First mini break goes to Zverev. Ashley, you got yours now? Better late than never, yeah. All right, folks. 8 minutes away from 1 a.m. in Paris. These guys are duking it out. A couple nights ago, Novak Djokovic ended his match at 3:08 in the morning there. So these guys got a couple hours to go if they want to match that. That was the longest match in Roland Garros history. And horrible +1 from Rune, puts his forehand into the net, loses both on serve, and it's now Zverev with a double mini break up 4-1. Tie break feels like a wake for all our sakes. Let my man bake. Holgi deep six in Zverev like Kendrick killed Drake. There you go. Oh, I don't know. Rune was just going like this to someone, and it looked like it was going across the net. I think to Zverev, but it wasn't. I think it was to his box. He's not happy. Good serve out wide, and racket off the racket of Rune, but it down into the ground and into the net. Zverev now up 5-1, making me look really bad with my prediction. Actually, no, I still have a shot. Covey, you can do better than me. I don't even know what icing means. Is that when the NHL hands out free popsicles to the kids? Icing is when you shoot the puck from your side of half past their goal line, so where their net sits, that across the whole entire width of the rink, there's a red line called the goal line. It has to go from my side past your goal line without you having a chance to touch it. So if I like rip it before you can get there, it's an icing, and I get punished that by having the play face off come back into my zone. It's one of those weird things where like once if I were to show it to you with video, you'd get it right away, but with words, it's a little bit more tricky. Fifth set, 6-3 Zverev, says Faisal, with the double check mark. Lion Eye saying, I initially wanted to say 7-4 Zverev and change to not be boring and go with the 7. Dang it, Holger, you're embarrassing me in front of other tennis. All right, good serve by Holger. Now backhander from Zverev and slice from Holger. It's a slice drop shot, and it's a beauty. And he wins it. It's now 2-6. Still 4 set points here for Zverev. Okay, backhand to backhand. Now forehand Rune, forehand from Zverev, and now the forehand cross court from Rune goes way wide, and he loses the set. And we are going 5, folks. He is angry. He is yelling at his box. I don't know what he's yelling at because unless they told him what to do, which I don't think they did, it's all up to him here. Anyways, that's how it goes, folks. Holger Rune unhappy with himself, and he's going to do a bathroom break, which means I think I should go and do a bathroom break. By the way, unfortunately, no one got it right. We had one Zverev 8-6. We had one Zverev 7-4, but it was neither. And good. Also want to shout out to Bill. He had Rune 36-34, just a little bit off there. All right, folks, I'm going to use the facilities real quick. Actually, hold on. I got to make sure I got this button because last time I wanted to. All right, folks. You know what? I'm just going to play an advertisement on for you guys. Okay, I'm just going to hit the facilities, the restroom, and then I will be right back. All right, and we'll do the fifth set together.
It's going to be a GTL first. Less of the talking. This is business. Do you think that we'll be able to win a point?
If you have a little bit of luck,
Oh, this is a fight and talk. We're going to see if we can return any of Sebastian off the serve.
That's the killer.
It's going to be a GTL first. Less of the talking. This is business. Do you think that we'll be able to win a point?
if you have a little bit of luck,
Oh, this is a fight and talk. We're going to see if we can return any of Sebastian off the serve.
That's the killer.
It's going to be a GTL first. Less of the talking. This is business. Do you think that we'll be able to win a point?
if you have a little bit of luck,
Oh, this is a fight and talk. We're going to see if we can return any of Sebastian off the serve.
That's the killer.
It's going to be a GTL first. Less of the talking. This is business. Do you think that we'll be able to win a point?
if you have a little bit of luck,
Oh, this is a fight and talk. We're going to see if we can return any of Sebastian off the serve.
That's the killer.
All right, folks, here we go. We're about 25 seconds away from 1 a.m. in Paris. We have a fifth set coming up. Winner to face the Demon, Alex de Minaur, in the quarterfinals. This is the final round of 16 match on either the men or women's side 2024 RG. Let's go. Going the distance, folks. Okay. It looks like my prediction was off by 29 points or so. I regret those lines now. Rune with the least second set. All credit goes to Moratoglu. Oh, so it's like offsides and no. Yeah, let's go with the popsicle theory for now. Let's go with that. Time and it's 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, 1 a.m. Oh, yeah, you got that. Almost 1 a.m. People are leaving the stadium. Yeah, it's like they have lives and stuff. Although I'm not leaving a fifth set. I'm one of those guys who's staying at the end unless you're down like 6-0 with 4 minutes left and you want to beat traffic maybe. Yeah. All right. Zverev up 30 love here. And let's see where this fifth set takes us. Nice serve. Good return into the corner. And then the backhand slice from Zverev goes wide. 30-15. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on the night matches in Paris, because I'm hearing a lot of people saying, look, we never had night matches before in Paris and everything was fine. Now people are saying they don't like the long waits. They don't like the fact that women never ever get night matches, and the reasoning is because if you charge people a full amount for a match and Iga double bagels them in 41 minutes, it's not really fair. And so basically what they're saying is like, we've found like a way to just cancel women out of any night matches, which is, again, I don't even know if people want to be in the night matches, but I don't know. It's just a really weird thing going on. I feel like just because it's a thing that works in, New York and Australia, I don't have to have it in all the majors, like Wimbledon's sticking to its, uptightness and whatever it does, right? So I don't know. I just think that, you don't need to add it unless it's enhancing something. And I'm not sure if night matches here are enhancing like they do in the other tournaments. My 2 cents. Again, it's easier for me to say as well because, like in New York, when it goes to 3 a.m, well, when clock strikes 3 in New York, it starts midnight here for me. So I'm never going to have to be like, it's never going to be ridiculous for me. So I guess I'm kind of lucky in that sense. So far, Offner has aced Ben 4 times. You know what that means? Game to love. You know what's really weird? I don't know why. Because I've never met Ben and JG in person, right? We'd only spoken through Zoom and, here. For some reason, I always thought that Ben was taller than JG until I saw that. So how funny is that? For some reason, my mind just thought that Ben was taller for whatever reason, just because I'd only seen him like you guys are seeing me, like from here up, right? When you see someone like this, you don't really know how tall they are. So that was kind of funny. I was like, whoa, that's weird. My brain has been doing it the opposite since I've known these guys. Wimbledon has no choice. The town has a bylaw that tennis must end by 11 p.m. or the tournament gets fined. Oh no! How will Wimbledon afford to pay a fine? No, I'm just kidding, Ashley. I'm being a little facetious. Wimbledon to me is just it's a little bit too. There's something to be said about the traditions, but it's like a little bit too hoity-toity for my taste. The tennis is great though. I love the sound of like how the ball, the grass dampens the sound of the ball and all that. The tournament itself is awesome. Zverev with a beautiful return. Rune thought it was out. It was not. What do you think? Can Joker beat Rude? Yeah, I think he can definitely beat Rude. But I think if it goes 5, he's going to be in tougher against a guy who has experience winning bigger matches later on. But yeah, he's definitely going to be in it for sure, baby. Rune with a rally ball backhand into the net off of a short one too. He's not going to like that. I feel like Rune is starting to fatigue a little bit. He's going to need a second wing. Actually, that's really weird to me. English people are adults, right? Wimby is the lamest Grand Slam. Yeah, I said what I said. I agree. Yeah. Like one thing I learned recently about Wimbledon that kind of made me just like, because I'm not. Oh, nice little. Oh, what a crazy attempt! So Zverev came into the net, chasing down a drop shot, pushes it up, and then Rune ripped a backhand, absolutely ripped it. Zverev blocked that with a beautiful stab backhand volley. But then Rune catches up to that one and pushes it up the line for the winner past an outstretched racket end from Zverev. And Rune with a big point there, actually. 30-all, or else he would have been down 15-40. Her serve is long. I don't think Joker can beat Rude. Ruda won 3-1 or 3-0. Okay, there you go. Give women night matches then. I don't like that men are often playing on much less recovery time. Andy in the AO, Joker at Roland Garros, etc. Yeah. Or what could be better is like, okay, start the night matches instead of at 8 p.m. in France. Start them at 6:30 and say, okay, we're going to do a women's match and then a men's match, and then you get, a little bit of everything. But Paris night matches are great for North American viewers. Yeah, the Bagel Factory can win 40 minutes or less, and the men can go 6 hours. Can be difficult to plan your day around any unpredictable match. Post show. Hottest of the hot take from Ashley. LOL spicy. Are admits, right? Admits. Overhead from Rune, and it's a winner. And that was under some pressure too, because it was a break point against them. So Rune is hanging on by a thread here, folks. Rune physically will be fine. If he loses this match, it will be bad shot decisions that will cost him. I just feel like he's been a little bit fatigued looking. Typo. But what were you trying to say, Ashley? Our admits? You said typo, but what were you trying to type? Dave K, good points. Read North American viewing. Yeah, that's true. Ghosty English people are adults. Oh yeah, here you go. All right, backhand Zverev, forehand Rune, forehand Zverev, forehand Rune, forehand Zverev, backhand Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand slice Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand slice Rune, backhand Zverev, backhand Rune, backhand Zverev, all backhand to backhand cross court. Backhand Zverev, backhand Rune, backhand Zverev, now up the line, forehand Rune, forehand Zverev to the backhand of Rune, and it's long. And game point for Zverev for the break again. No, he's not cramping. He just looks a little tired to me between points. Yeah. Now, Rune is one of those guys who he'll like give up on a point once in a while because he knows he's going to like lose like a obvious overhead. But because he does that, sometimes you don't know if he's like giving up on other points and stuff as well, like, like, for example, a guy like Alcaraz is never just going to be like, oh, you just get it, Ooh, first serve. Rune thought it was in, called out, umpire agrees upon inspection. Second serve, good. Backhand return, serve and volley from Rune, great volley. And Zverev actually got to it. It was a drop volley. He pushes it over the net and actually hit the net cord. And then Rune put a backhand cross-court winner while Zverev was right there. I mean, goodness me, with Zverev, he had the redrop. And the redrop stood on top of the net for a second, then went over. And because it slowed down so much, it gave Rune the opportunity to really swing and hit that cross-court winner. My comment to Ghosty above Covey, sorry, was a typo, meant to say adults. Oh, gotcha. Where can I watch it, John? I'm not sure, my friend. We're not allowed to play it on this. But if you have a Bet365 account anywhere in the world, I believe you can watch it, or your local TV, depending on if they're carrying it. They're mentally so strong, Rune can't beat him. No. And Rune with a +1 backhand slice into the net, giving another breakpoint opportunity for Zverev. Wimbledon is replete with pomp and circumstance and pseudo-royalty, but I'd love to have a Wimbledon towel. Rennie Nightcart, 1950. Yeah, what I was going to say earlier about Wimbledon, when I learned that some matches don't start until the royal box has eaten their lunch and shown up to their royal box, that's when they start the match. I was like, This is ridiculous. Like, these people were just born into a family, and now you're gonna like not play a game because they didn't eat their food. Like, get the hell out of here. I'm watching on Betfair, says Lion Eye. Some barbecue peanuts over here. Zverev with a nice return. Oh, no. Easy floater at the net. And the volley by Rune, he missed it. He just completely missed it. The arena's dead quiet right now, other than Moratoglu, who's on his feet clapping. I mean, just the easiest of the easy, missed it. But I got to say, good body language there from Rune. Not easy to miss something like that. And he just kind of turned around and said, okay, I missed it. It's over. Good first serve. Return into the net from Zverev. And another break point falls by the wayside. Rune back to level at deuce. I bet on 3-2 Zverev after one set. Ooh, 3.8. Okay, not bad. Oh, it's Redonk Covey. Wimby is not the vibe, but the grass is pretty, though. Yeah. The tournament and the game, like the matches themselves, the rules and the fact that people have to wait for 2 hours before they can go onto the court, and, you know, like they have these weird rules on the lineups and stuff. It's like you guys are only doing this because of the royal family. Like, there's no other reason for any of this. Okay, Rune now with the advantage here. And he has had to work hard in this first service game in the fifth set here, folks. There's a theory among tennis feminists that prime time will somehow magically translate into higher numbers for women's tennis. I think this is flawed. In the meantime, there are costs on male bodies. You know what I think, honestly? I think that we should have, for example, on the even years, I think the women should play their championship match on the Sunday, and then the men play on Saturday, and then the odd years you do the opposite, right? Because why is it that the men get to play on Sunday every tournament, right? I don't understand that. Oh my, Rune hit a forehand winner on the run as Zverev was at the net. He had no business making that shot, and he wins the game, and we're level at one apiece. Well, there's something else I was going to say too. The women, all year long, the women play their championship matches on Sundays. So, they'll be playing, whatever, Dubai or whatever, because not every week are they sharing venues and events with the men, right? So when the women are playing their regular tournaments, all the championship matches are on Sunday. So why shouldn't they get championship matches on Sunday in the majors as well? I just never thought that was fair. It doesn't make sense to me. At least I don't have to curtsy and bow to the royal box at Wimby anymore. Oh my goodness. Ooh, return from Rune off the out wide serve goes just long. Zverev up 15-love. So hard to call this. If you feel Rune escapes this game, there can be a momentum shift. Yeah, I honestly don't know. If you ask me who's going to win, no idea right now. The grass is pretty, Ashley. I have to admit, it kind of warms my spirit when I see it, but I'm deeply sympathetic to your overall point. I don't think it's weird rules. I think it's called tradition. Get punned. Yeah, I mean, well, that's what they are, right? Some of them I think are weird. Like, I still haven't had anyone been able to tell me why you have to wear white, other than someone speculated that women have to wear white because if they sweat, it's unwomanly or something, or unbecoming of a woman or something. But I mean, if that's the reason, like, come on, it's 2024, right? We've had this discussion before on my streams, or there are the traditionalists that love it, and then the others who think that it could be. I think it should be adapted, where you can have color on your shoes or something like that, or like on your collar or something. But like maybe most of it white. But I guess there's a charm to it. Whatever. Here we go. 40 love. Good serve, return long, and an easy hold to love for Sasha Zverev.
It's a game to love.
It's the pomp and circumstance, Ghosty. It's so classes there. Loved when Kyrgios played Steph there in 2022. Enjoyed that circus. You guys, all-time best WTA player. What you think, sir? I don't think she's the all-time best. No. She's currently the best. Yes. All-time is. I mean, you're gonna have to get into the 24. She's gonna get 20 more Grand Slams, if that's our metric. But even if you go by weeks at number one, you know, Steffi Graf won the calendar, the Golden Slam. You know, there's a whole bunch of different things involved in that. Get punned. I'm familiar with this argument, but when does tradition need to change? Most folks in the world think a lot of that stuff is so staid. It's breakfast at Wimbledon with late Bud Collins, but give me strawberry shortcake, not strawberries and cream. There you go. I like both, to be honest. I'll never be Royals. It don't run in our blood. That kind of tennis just ain't for us. Yeah, that's a good play on the song Royals. Rune, don't have Zverev service. He's tired. Yeah, I agree. Kali. Yeah, Wimbledon makes us abide by their aristocratic, literally monarchical aesthetics. It's not cool, but tradition. It's a good idea, Covey. Switch it up like Montreal. Toronto, I'm down, but the bean counters might balk from the income disparities. Yep, exactly. Which shows that they'll be even when it comes to giving the people the same amount of pay, but will you give them the same treatment, right? If you're gonna say, hey, we're gonna give you the same amount of money, but we're not gonna treat you as well, what does that say about the money they're giving you? People are trying to say Iga's the best to ever play on clay. Like, put respect on Chrissy's name. She's on her way there, but she's definitely not the best to ever play in the dirt. Bud Collins was great. Yeah, he was. Rest in peace. Break loading, says Faisal. Rune, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a break here, because Rune has been just clawing to stay level in this set right now. And if he gets he's going to have to get a second wind at some point. If not, it's going to be tough. And I think he will, actually. I think he's going to find a moment where... One thing I like about Rune, he doesn't quit or give up if he's cramping, or if, he fights it out till the end. Here we go. Nice little battle going. Backhand from Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand slice Rune. Forehand Zverev inside out. Backhand Rune up the line. Forehand drop from Zverev. Rune got to it, tried to redrop cross court, but puts it into the net. He won't be happy with that. 15-30. Ashley, thank you for the Everett love. Serena won 3 French Open titles as well. Rune producing a lot of aces early. Good sign. Agreed. Seriously, these barbecue peanuts are unbelievable, and they're quiet, so you can't hear me chewing. It's perfect. Or maybe you can. I should probably not eat while I'm doing this. Anyways, 15-30. Rune second serve coming up. Good chance here for Zverev. Serve is good. And we got a rally going. Forehand from Zverev. Backhand Rune all up the middle so far. Forehand Zverev. Backhand cross court Rune. Backhand Zverev. Drop shot Rune. Zverev gets there, pushes it up the line. And Rune tries to go up the line right back, but Zverev saw it and cuts it off with a volley into the open space. Double break point opportunity once again. Faisal was right when he said break loading. Ding, 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 ding. Ashley, Chrissy was my fave, almost unbeatable on clay. Lion Eye saying, here are my faves. 1, Alcaraz, 2, Sinner, 3, Zverev, 4, Rude, 5. I'd say that's pretty in line with Vegas. But of course, Ghosty, she played before my time, but I always enjoy her commentary. She's so knowledgeable on the game in a very unique way. Favorites for the title. Yeah, that's what I figured. She's an amazing lady. Bill, I really like Chrissy. And the break happens. It is Zverev. He is up 3-1 here in this deciding fifth set. Ghosty's attrition warrior over here is gone up by a nose. He's up a break here in this deciding fifth set. It's a game to love. First serve. Oh, it's a beauty. And the return goes. Oh, sorry. No. It's called long. Did not hear that. ¿Dónde lo puedo ver? Rickas, we don't show the match on the stream here. You have to find it on the TV or internet in your country, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy. And an overhead for Zverev after he has Aryna running around a little bit, and it's an easy winner, 15-love. Hazel in the house. Oh my God, Rune, what are you doing? Yeah, y'all remember when Agassi boycotted Wimbledon because they wouldn't let him wear his sponsored clothing, which had bright green, in fact, and green jean shorts. My boy had swag. Say his name. There you go. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Go Sasha 3-1, says Comunica Cali. This ain't going my way. Not yet. Second serve, 15-love. Good. Backhand return. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune up the line. Forehand Zverev. It's a little chopper up the line from Rune, and that's long. 30-love. Open is one of my favorite books, Ghosty. Andre had the stories. A must-read if you like tennis, in my opinion, says Ashley. Josh Jacobs saying, Andres, my boy. Okay, who's Andres? Your boy. Oh, you mean Andre Agassi. Got you. Andre's my boy. I thought you meant Andres, like there's like, I don't know, maybe like an Argentinian or something named Andres. Hey, what's happening, Covey? What's up, Peter? I'm a subscriber, as you can tell by that S, the super S beside his name, like Superman. Oh yeah, Roland Garros. Hate to say, but Sasha is displaying the tenacity that Garros spoke of. This might be his year. Well, I'm thinking that he's got a shot this year for real. But the more that this match has been going on, he doesn't seem as impressive to me as I've felt that he's been up until this point. But let's see. I do think he has a real actual shot. Come on, Holger, one more run. Josh with the LOL. JJ in the Heezy. First serve, no good. Second serve coming up at 30-15. Hope all's well with you, Peter. Good to see you in here, my friend. It's been quite a while. Second serve, good. Forehand return. Chop back from Zverev. Now forehand Rune. Forehand Zverev. Forehand Rune. Forehand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Tried to go back and wrong foot Zverev, but he goes into the net and then grabs his face in unhappiness, I guess is what I'll say. Victory belongs to the most tenacious, as Peter's saying. Double game point here to consolidate the break for Zverev and a 5-1 lead in the fifth set. Sorry, 4-1 lead if he wins this. First serve wide, though. Second serve on the way. Patrick Moratoglu crying in the corner, says Faisal, as Faisal is cry laughing. Second serve coming up. Again, double game point. It's good. Return nowhere near back into play, and it is a 4-1 lead. And Zverev continuing to remain up one break in this fifth set against Holger Rune. Let's give him a little bit of a button for that last game. And let's not forget, it was a consolidation. Boom, boom. Dave K saying Chris Evert won 125 matches on clay from 73 to 79, then beaten by Austin in Rome, then went on another winning streak of 64 clay matches. Wow. Hold on, let's do the math here. Does that mean she went 189 and 1 over that span? Yeah, 189 wins and 1 loss. I mean, she's pretty much Rafa before Rafa was Rafa. Kids, if you have a chance to win a bunch of tennis tournaments like Zverev, just don't. Pick up knitting or something. Save us hours of soul-killing boredom. Open Great Read. Talking about the book Open by Agassi. So we got a couple of people endorsing this book. I would say Djokovic has been the most tenacious in the tournament so far, but I can't see him winning the title, says Lion Eye. Ashley, yeah, Open was a great read. Agreed. I haven't read that one. Dave K. Chrissy is a legend. I have not read that one, folks. I might have to try. I actually just got 2 books recently about sports broadcasting. Thinking I'm trying to find a way to get into hockey and tennis as well, and I don't really know how to start. I know I just have to start at some point, but I'm trying to figure out what exactly to do, how to go. I'm not the most technical person, so that's why it's been kind of slow going. But anyways, we'll figure it out. But would love to talk about all this stuff for a living, you know? Maybe Zverev makes the final, then ATP suspends him. If he loses his appeal, that would be a gutsy decision. If he makes the final, they're not going to not play the match, you know? Yes, good to say hi, Cubby. All right, we have officially hit the 4-hour mark in this match. 15 all here, game 6 of the 5th set. Holger Rune down a break and under a little bit of pressure. Good first serve, return just long from Zverev, 30-15. And if you haven't done so, everybody, please hit that like button on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Trying to get to 100 likes. I believe it's possible with your help. And then I got a 100 likes button if we do get there, which is a doozy. All right, backhand Rune, backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune up the line. Zverev with a defensive chop, but it's long. 40 now, 15. Rune. Bill, I have doubts, says Ghosty. Don't know how the German system works. Powerful people avoid consequences all the time in the States. Yeah, I think it's pretty universal. I think Rune need a better coach. But I think the appeal is for him to save his money. It's not like he would go to jail in any scenario here, right? It's just that it's like you have to pay the 450,000 euros for what you did, or you don't, right? Evert skipped the French from 76 to 78 to support world team tennis in the WTA tour so she could have 3 more French titles when she was the best on clay. That's crazy. Lion Eye. True. Mr. Djokovic tenacious. Can his body hold out? Find out. Game point, 40-30. Rune looking to stay within 1 break. And the +1 is a drop shot. Zverev pushes it up to the baseline. Lob also lands on the baseline. Zverev from over his own head lobs it, but it goes wide. A couple of very close points on the line there. So Rune holds and remains within a break, but the time is beginning to tick quickly on Holger. So he better find a way to break. He'll only have up to 2 chances. Holger at 16-1 could be a good bet right now. You never know it's Zverev and high-pressure service games. Yeah, I mean, if I put money on Holger at 16-1 right now, I would only be doing it hoping that I'd get like a cash out when he, 1 or 2 rounds in. I don't see him winning the tournament. I would be very surprised. I still think he needs a little bit of maturing to do. Oh, and he misses a forehand there. Again, there's a rally ball, right? Now you're playing Zverev, and Zverev is up a break in this 5th set. He had a rally ball, and he just tried to pulverize. He didn't need to do that, and that's exactly what I'm kind of talking about. If you put the ball back into play in the right spot, you're going to get another shot at some point. Read open first, says Peter. I'm thinking how many slams if the likes of Christie and Martina participated more in the Australian Open. I honestly don't even really know what the numbers are like. But also, you guys, we have to remember that this whole GOAT debate, it wasn't whoever gets the most majors is the best 20 years ago. Like, that was not the discussion in tennis. Zverev up 30 love here. And so, this idea of like the GOAT, the best player of all time, is the most majors. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that being the metric, but it's not what the discussion was ever about. Like, even when Sampras was winning, like, it wasn't like, oh, Sampras is the best because he's got the most majors. Everyone was still like, well, he still hasn't won the French Open, So the conversation has definitely changed quite a bit. Good history details. Yes, really good history deets. Thanks for sharing, Dave. Dave's getting all the love. Learning a lot from Dave. Mad love. Thank you, sir. All right, second serve, 30 love. Zverev here, 6 points away from a date with the demon. Backhand return, though. And another backhand Zverev. Forehand Rune. Forehand Zverev to the backhand slice. Rune. Backhand Zverev. Backhand Rune. Cross-court passing winner. 30-15. Not done just yet. Did Medi get injured today playing Demon? Anyone know? Someone mentioned on the stream that he did get hurt, but I have not confirmed that or anything. I'm not sure about the details of that. And it's an ace up the tee from Zverev, 40-15. Gotta start plugging in the laptop again, folks. Pardonnez-moi. Oops. Sorry, folks. Yeah, so if anyone knows if Medi got injured today, please let us know. Curious to know. Zverev with a +1 redrop. And it's 5-2 Zverev. So this has become very anticlimactic. But Holger Rune never gives up. So let's see what's going to happen here. In the meantime, let's give a little bit of love to Zverev once again. All right. 57 likes. So we're getting up there, folks. Thank you to every single one of you. It seems like every single person who's watched has thrown us a like because we got about 50 people in here and we've got over 50 likes. So thank you guys so much for your support. Really, really appreciate it. No way, folks. He has returned the prodigal. Is he the son? Would Gary be his son or the father? The prodigal something. Gary, Saint Laurent, GFL from Beantown. Hey, Covey, just checking in to say hello to hello GTL crowd. I've been watching, but could only keep one device in play. Man, these two guys have had some rallies, haven't they? Not bad, not bad. I saw on Twitter X Ghosty, but unless it's from Mehdi himself, I don't believe it. Oh, speaking of the injury, yeah, maybe Gary, if you can help us. There's rumor that Medvedev was injured. Now, I was sleeping during that match, so I don't know if that was the case, but curious to know. I just added 10 likes for you too because I'm Batman after all. There you go. Did you watch Novak Francisco? Insane. Yeah, Gary must be excited. His buddy Novak with a gutsy second straight, crazy gutsy victory. Zverev doing that thing where he bounced the ball on a serve a gazillion times makes me want to pull my foot through a wall. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. Rune, he's down love 15, so he's serving to stay in this tournament, folks. And it's a good return from Zverev. We got a backhand from Rune, goes into the alleyway. And now Zverev 2 points away from a date with the devil. No, not the devil, sorry. The demon, Alex de Minaur. You guys are probably wondering, what are you talking about, the devil? Bill, hello. Peter, yes, I saw the majority of Nole's match. As I said, I've never been more proud than during these last two matches. Yeah, he's putting his whole entire heart, soul, and guts on the court. Can't fault that. Can't do anything but applaud it. I mean, I'm watching three rounds of playoff hockey, and Djokovic is the closest thing to a hockey player I've seen on a tennis court, that's for sure. I mean, most of my favorite players aren't in the GOAT discussion, but I don't care. Agassi only had 8 slams, but his return of serve was the best ever. Yes, I said it, Nole fam. Hey, man, I mean, you can only do and play the people who are there in front of you, and he won 2 of every major. That's pretty solid career. One of the greats for sure. Okay, and forehand from Rune. Oh, Zverev got to it. Put it into the open court. Rune just pushes it over the net, and that sets up double match point. No way.
Match point.
All right, folks. So 2 match points for Sasha Zverev. And Holger Rune under some deep pressure here, as much as you can pretty much face. He needs to win the next 2 points just to stay in this tournament. Here we go. First serve. Good. Return forehand. Long. 1 saved. Another match point, however, coming right up.
Match point.
The prodigal chatter. There you go, Gary. You're the prodigal chatter. Prodigal. I knew he was a prodigal something. He's just so prodigal, All right, here we go. Match point number 2 for Zverev. Serve is good. Return is good. Forehand Zverev. Forehand Rune. Backhand Zverev on the run. Backhand Rune. Backhand Zverev up the line. Chop back forehand from Rune. It's a short ball. Zverev cross-court forehand. Rune lifts that into the air. It's an overhead for Zverev. Right back to Rune. Another overhead. And he puts it away. It's game, set, match for the German. He takes it 5-set, 6-4, 1-6, 7. No, sorry. Let's do it the other way. It's 4-6, 6-1, 5-7, 7-6, 6-2. A nice hug, a nice embrace. They're both smiling. It's very positive. And it's Zverev making his way to the quarters yet again. I believe he's now 6-1 in Grand Slam quarterfinals. So pretty good record. Or sorry. No, he's 5-1 in quarterfinals. So that doesn't so that record won't change until after the next match. Anyways, he's going to face Alex de Minaur in the next round, the quarterfinals, the final 8 of this tournament. So we're going to give a little bit of love here for our victor, and we'll come right back and wrap up this stream. One time for Sasha Zverev. GSL saying, Covey, Gary and I have had discussions about Sasha before. And I maybe haven't given him his due on certain occasions. But Gary says, Covey, you got to say Sasha is showing a lot of grit this season. No, sure, if he can get his, not sure if he can get his Grand Slam this week, but I wouldn't bet against him. The serve and rally are a good combination. Yeah, Gary, I did give him his due earlier in this in the stream. I think that to get back to the level he was at when he got injured, first of all, I wasn't sure he had the spirit to do it. And secondly, I just didn't know if, maybe time had kind of ruined it for him. But I got to say, he has performed perfectly well. And to come back from such a heinous and devastating injury and to come back to the level he's at, he obviously does love the game, and he does have the patience it takes to get back to the level he was at. So I give him much respect and much love for that. And so, yeah, he deserves all the credit he's getting. He's been playing some really good tennis. I don't find him to be the most exciting player. Ghost was saying earlier, he's kind of a really good pusher with a big serve. I do agree with that to a sense. I'm not going to knock him for that, but yeah, I agree that he's shown tremendous heart and guts to come back from such a horrific injury, which I honestly didn't think he had it in him. So yeah, much respect and props to him for that. No doubt. And it's good to see him doing well. I honestly also wouldn't be totally, I don't think he's going to win this tournament, but he does have a very legitimate shot. I'll put it that way. Thanks, Covey. Have a good day, everyone. You're very welcome, Ashley. Hope you had a good one. Thanks for joining me on the streams. It was great. Take love, sir. Bye-bye. Take care, Faisal. Good. You called it when he was down 2-1. You said Zverev was going to win it. So good job on Faisal, and you won some money there. I think you said 3.8. I'm not happy. Now I have to go down to the pickleball courts and make fun of the retirees. It's the only thing that can warm my cold, shrunken heart. Do your best, my friend. But remember, watch out for the retirees with the knee braces. They're always the best ones. They always beat everybody. Who you got, Covey? Panthers or Oilers? I got the Celtics. I got the Panthers. They're just... Unless McDavid can wave his magic wand for 4 games, to win 4 games is really hard for 1 or 2 players. They're more than a 1 or 2 player team, but yeah, I got the Panthers winning it. And I want Dallas to win just because I like Luka Doncic, but I'm not the biggest basketball fan. So good luck to your Celtics, though. Definitely. Thanks all. GTL, Covey, Ghost, maybe pick up pickleball? I agree. Peter, you can pry my tennis racket from my cold, dead hands. Ooh, hiss. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for me. And you know what? You should see my lovely face one more time before it's all said and done properly. All right, folks. That's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was, I'd say it was, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a thrilling match. It went the distance, and it was a good match. Congratulations to Zverev. Well earned, played better in the bigger moments. And we will see you guys a little bit later. I don't know exactly when I'll be on next, potentially tomorrow for Alcaraz, Tsitsipas. Not positive if I'll be free, but if I am, I will let Ben and JG know, and I'll be calling that one if they need me to. But anyways, until then, enjoy Roland Garros quarterfinals beginning tomorrow. Stay tuned to the GTL for all of it. Peace, y'all.